everybody, and welcome to Tales Does Tales. We're here at Tales of Tales. Where we hear Tales of Initiative.
Freeze frame.
Play through.
Let's
Tales
roll
of
that
the-
back.
Roll that back. I'm going back to the intro sequence now. We play through Tales from the Yawning Portal, a dungeon-delving anthology adventure of a bunch of Gygaxian hellholes. But we make it spicy and interesting. I invoked the name of Gygax and all of my lights flickered. Get fucked.
Oh no.
We add a little bit of spice with a continuous thread of interesting storytelling and horrible nightmarish visions of a beyond world and all that kind of spooky ooky stuff. I am your GM, Matt, and I am pleased to be telling this tale with our delightfully daring and frighteningly fantastic cast of players. I don't know if y'all are seeing it, but it's scaring the shit out of me.
We are. We are.
I'm not. My internet's too slow to pick it up.
Delightfully daring and frighteningly fantastic cast of players. Bun, Rah-Rah special guest, Haley, Danny, Raz, and Mark. Pa-pew. Here they are.
Oh, my tentacle grew.
You've been touching it a lot. Your tentacle got
And I have
huge.
a little bit. Which way is it?
We're sharing it.
Right
We're
there.
sharing it.
Yeah, you got it.
Yeah, they're
Like,
sharing it.
They're
It's
sharing a
cute.
tentacle.
I have a little
Aw.
baby one.
Oh. My baby.
I got the little. I don't know. Is it on this side? No, it's not this
I
side.
got my little friend here. He's
Got
holding my
so
microphone.
big with the love.
It's becoming
I like
gorgeous.
this one. I'm happy with this.
It's my way of reaching out to you.
Yeah.
Filthy. All right, let's get going. Let's crack a lagging. Oh,
At anyway.
amazing. I am so happy to be playing. I am excited for today's session. We're going to jump right in. We're not going to do a lot of hullabaloo at the top. We're going to talk about our engorged tentacles, our raging tenties, and then we're going to move on, delving into the depths of Tyrion the Nog with special guest Rah-Rah playing Meander, who we met last session. More about that in just a second when we get to the recap. We have sponsors. Banana Sea Galleys. Go check them out. You beat me to it, Danny. Darn it. Good job. Including, for all of your campaign management needs, brand new sponsor, LoreLink. Pa-pow. I am using, if you see my face go extra white, it's because I'm looking at LoreLink. They've got I've got all of my session notes for today in there. It's a fantastic tool. If you have not used that link, go make a free account and start planning your sessions today. It's really cool. It is a lot of fun. I'm hoping to get to show it off more on stream later. We also have tons of other sponsors. We got Into the AM for awesome shirts. We got Level 1 Gamers for cool gaming merch. We got GameStop affiliate link if you want to get some Vigi games on us. Pa-pew. I don't know what recent video game is. Go buy Space Marine 2 with some, praise the brother for the Emperor with a discount. I don't know. And then there's dogs in the background. Don't worry about them. Trigger warning, because we are playing the spookies. It is going to be everything gnarly and nasty, including body horror, unreliable narrators, all kinds of stuff. I'm going to make food awful for you. Don't eat during stream. We've covered soup. I think we've covered sandwiches. We've covered crunchy breadsticks as bones. We've gotten a lot of places. So yeah, if that is not your style, Danny.
Is that why Billy told us not to eat on stream anymore?
No,
because of you?
that was
fixing?
that was a different thing. It's just extra applicable here, because I'll watch what you're eating
That
and then
was
I'll
me.
make a metaphor with it.
That was me eating pho on stream.
Oh, your noodles were fine.
They were fine, man.
Wait,
They were so good.
Raz, are you admitting that you're the person that made the no motorcycles on the casino floor sign happen? You're the one who ruined it for everyone?
I think so. I'm pretty sure.
I love
I'm pretty
this.
sure I ruined it for everybody.
The deep
No,
tales lore.
I don't think it was just you.
I think it was me. I will
we-
take credit.
We
Okay.
also have Thin the Veil. Thin the Veil is up and running. If you'd like to add some spooky ookiness to what's happening here. I actually owe you. Ooh, there it is. There's the whispers. I fixed the audio for Thin the Veil. It was off for silly reasons, but now it's back. And now I get those pleasant little whispers from beyond right in my ear to let me know that you're there and you're watching. And I love you for it. So yeah. What else do we got going on? That is it for announcements. It's time to dive in to a recap But before we do any sort of like specific recapping, that Patreon link is in chat. And I wanted to just highlight that we've got a lot of cool surveys out there. You could, one is particularly pertinent to what's going to be happening on this show soon. I don't want to say any spoilers because the players are here listening, but you can go and inform certain things that will be made available to our players in the next dungeon. You can also go and provide feedback about whatchamacallit. Raz is going to be putting on a special like haunted house style game for the month of October. You can help her design that haunted house. Just like fill in like a spooky room or an interesting trap or some sort of interaction, and she will incorporate it to the best of her abilities. And also on Patreon,
Sure will.
a shout out to Robertables, the Starfall Lake, the little like the rock and the water elementals from last episode. That was an encounter designed by our very own Robertables over on the Patreon Teller of Tales tier. So all of the stuff that you are doing over on that platform is coming live to your screens at home. I feel so corny doing that, but we're just gonna roll with it and jump. Any other questions before we dive into the recap? Anybody? Bueller? Going once, going twice, and now we are returning to what happened when last we told our tale. Your group, first of all, joined with Saoirse, or Saoirse joined your group, however you want to phrase that. Saoirse is back from the womb of the black goat, from being eaten by the strange Gulthias tree at the heart of the Sunless Citadel, and has rejoined your little adventuring party. A little bit of catching up, a little bit of meeting who's who, what's what. You're married. Oh my gosh. Why wasn't I invited? Lots of interesting sort of catching up to speeds between the sisters here, along with a little bit of an odd tiptoey around the subject heart to heart with Papa. Although a very sweet moment when it was mentioned that no matter what, you'll still be our Papa. I really enjoyed that line. That was very cute and wholesome. Amongst all of the horror.
I still don't trust it.
No, I don't trust it.
Papa.
You are correct to not trust it. But basically sort of said, there's things we need to discuss, but not right now. Go and do this quest I have for you. Go and do this mission to recover a primordial vampire. A vampire that is, as far as Papa is able to discern, the first vampire to have ever been present in the world. And you have been tasked with finding the most likely ashen and decrepit remains of this vampire, breathing unlife back into them somehow, and returning said rebolstered vampire using some wraps that they gave you in order to sort of stabilize the undead corpse. Danny looks so confused, and I'm loving it. Danny is just like, y'all did.
We are not the heroes of this story.
So you are being
We're
tasked
our own
with
heroes.
recovering this ancient vampire, bringing its body to Papa, and the most likely location of this ancient vampire is in the ruins beneath the lost city of Tamoa Khan, which is on the peninsula of Tir Nanog, a place that is aligned with the First World, the most ancient of Fey domains, the primeval ancestor of the Feywild. Teleportation directly to Tamoa Khan is impossible because of Tir Nanog's weird magic effery mists, and so you've teleported to the edge and have begun hiking through. A brief diplomatic encounter with the plants sort of informed Saoirse that she's for some reason not got a great reputation here, and things seem to be a little spiky, although Winveer is getting a little bit more of a warm welcome as she feyly flutters into the forest. After a full day's trek through the forest of Tir Nanog, you arrived at a lake and made camp. And during watch, a meteorite fell from the sky and landed in the lake, causing big plumes of damage and rock debris, and also this like subtle green glow coming off of it. And apparently it was birthing these weird glowing, had you fought them, would have found out to be radioactive water elementals. Basically, if they have an ability that like whelms you, that like absorbs you and like batters you around in water, if they had been able to do that, you would have had a point of exhaustion as it just starts to irradiate your body. But thanks to theoretically the arrival of Meander, an Eladrin with just the most adorable accent, and I love this character so much, and I'm so happy that Rara is here, seem to have diplomatically tempered things, and you have now invited Meander to be your guide deeper into the realms of Tir Nanog. Although there's some stuff happening. There's some odd sending stone events, messages being passed back and forth. And you are now waking up in the morning after having completed another long rest, your second long rest here in Tir Nanog. Everything is... The best way I could describe it is more vibrant here. Colors are sharper, but shadows are deeper. And as light begins to permeate the sky, you are all awaking to a world that seems both welcoming and utterly alien to most of you. I'll say that Winvir, you feel a little bit of kinship with the world here, but it's... And Saoirse, obviously being nature aligned, being a druid, it's like, it's not the worst, but there's just this odd, like, plant on plant animosity happening here to where you're just not clicking with the ecosystem here. But you are awake. It's a new day. The magical elk Rook, the companion of Meander, is nearby, just munching on some early morning grass wet with dew. The day is yours. What would you like to do?
So, as an aside, what I'm hearing is Powder and Caspian just need to move here. So they can just be pretty again, properly. Okay, cool. It was stuck in my head. I had to say it out loud.
We did reference, actually, Danny, you were in here, we referenced Powder because they teleported basically to just outside of the tower where Powder was stationed on the border of Tir Nanog before heading in. So little allusion to our Against the Blood Tithe mini campaign.
You see the baby?
Which if you've not, the weird baby, yeah. Which if you've not watched that little mini campaign, go watch it. It's a lot of fun.
There was so much flirting.
There was.
Again.
There's always flirting.
That's just us.
There was the Powder Caspian non-relationship relationship.
The
What
gay
are
panic
they?
is
We don't
real.
know.
I don't know.
But yes, you are awake
You don't need to know.
in the early morning of Tir Nanog. You know you are heading south, and Meander informed you that going to this little road spot would add a couple of hours, a handful of hours to your trip. And you all sort of like, that's no big deal. Let's see this road. Let's see what's going on. What's with this road?
Off
So-
to the
So
road.
passionate
We've
about the
awoken.
road.
Here in a grog, am I right? Good morning.
Good morning.
Good morning.
Morning.
It's a Rook hot audience. We should probably just get them going.
Let's go.
Y'all sure you want to see the road? It seemed like you had something you were trying to do. It's really not that special. It's really no big deal.
You had made point of offering it to us. We are happy to accept.
All right.
I want to see the road.
Already a weird elk.
See the road.
Well, it's this way.
Oh, you're muted, Matthew.
Sorry, Saoirse is a weird eyeless elk, as described
Yes.
last session, and Rook is looking at her like, not okay, not okay, and just is like, it's still nearby, but is definitely keeping a healthy distance.
She's weird. Dad, what's going on?
Rook only has eyes for him.
We are going to immediately mage armor this morning. I'm saying it now.
Mhm. Good plan. Good
Excellent plan.
There are times where I don't say it, and I hold myself to not saying it, so we're
You're-
saying it.
You're an honorable player. No, never let it be said that you aren't. Yeah. Is there anything?
So as we
go.
stroll, like, what are you all looking for here? Like, I know we just sort of met and everything. We get a lot of tourists, but not as many as we hoped once we put in the froyo and everything. But are you all camping? You said you wanted ruins. Are you historians?
I'm an archaeologist.
That's right. I think you maybe said that. I dig that.
We're her wives. And
That's right.
And that's my sister.
So
Okay,
we are just
so-
traveling with her
Just
to
a
these
family
ruins.
trip to go get some archaeology. Go and get some.
This place is riddled with archaeology, so that's fine. It seems to check out.
It needs to be a deception
Place.
roll.
I think
I got-
someone's doing deception. I think
I'll do it because I did such a good job.
you did.
Oh, I got an 18.
You-
Minus
Places.
2.
Classic Haley rolls.
Archaeology.
Meander,
Minus 2.
I would
16.
Meander, that would normally be against passive insight. However, I allow you an active insight based on what we both know about you.
Oh, that's fine. My inside is garbage. That's a dirty 19 plus 1.
Ooh.
Damn it.
Oh, you got it!
You
I mean, a
definitely-
19 plus 1.
You're definitely keying in on that, like, there's nothing technically lying happening, but there's definitely some withholding of information and specifics.
Like, maybe they're
How
not as
very
good of
famous.
archaeologists as they're pretending to be.
Mm-hmm.
Excuse you, I'm a fantastic archaeologist.
We're not archaeologists at all.
You have the right permits and everything to retrieve?
No.
Oh,
Yes,
so you're like grave
yes,
robbers.
I do.
Yes.
No, I have my permits. Here are mine. Excuse you.
I think
I made sure to
maybe I
fill all
am
these
in
out before we
archaeology.
left.
Do these permits look
Yeah.
good, Matt, or are they coming to my land to steal my people's history?
Oh man, this is a complicated question for me
Oh
to
my
answer.
god.
That's a yes and. You can see that like Narcissa is clearly like pedigreed. Look, give me a history check.
Deal.
Amazing.
That is
Pedigree.
a
She likes
17
museums.
for 17.
17. I would say
The
that
worst.
you have heard in like the little bit of like outside awareness that Tir na Nog gets, and you specifically being like a guardian of these lands, you're a little bit more on the up and up. You would have heard of Miskatonic University. It is a high prestige place of academia that
Mhm.
is very focused on like the lost and forgotten. It's very focused on pursuing the taboo without engaging in taboo. So
Oh.
if there was a university to trust, it would maybe be this one. But that being said, more often than not, when things are discovered, they are taken and so it would be enough to make you think like, oh, okay, this person, at least Narcissa amongst them,
Mhm.
has some level of
Merrick
pedigree going
will
into this.
pass over the signet ring that shows that she is part of an inquisitorial family to be like, I also have a little bit of pedigree. I don't know if this is a good thing or not, but here you go.
This will be another
wow.
history check with a much higher DC, unfortunately.
With
That is an 11 for 11.
It's a fancy ring. You've got no idea what it means.
Rings and papers. You must be from the city.
God.
No, that's fine. I'd love
Yes.
to show you our ancient secrets. But yeah, it's just this way.
Oh, fantastic.
Here's
Oh,
your
if there's
paper.
a trap door too, then I'm really excited.
What if I said secret door, Narcissa?
Oh my god, be still my beating heart.
Not in
I don't know if I
public.
know about any secret doors. I actually don't know if it's possible to know about a secret door.
This is where Narcissa, this is where my wife comes in.
Because the second you know about it, it's not a secret.
So
I
you
mean,
become
in a
what else?
technicality- It
Wouldn't it be
really
secret to
depends on
everyone else?
its architecture on if it's a secret door or not. That's what
Mhm.
really we've been discussing this for a while at my school about what counts as a secret, especially when it comes to secret doors and secret passages. And it definitely is, how was it built exactly? Was it built in such a way that it is to the public eye, or is it built in such a way that you are kept hidden and you have to, do some type of wiggle waggle in order to get through? And usually you can find like connecting points or emergency areas, royalty and whatnot, because they really needed to have that big fancy house.
I know
I
all
really
about all
wanted
that.
I really went on a tangent again, didn't I? I'm so sorry.
Yes.
You've
That's
appealed
all
to my
right. We've only been
special
walking
interest.
for like 90 seconds.
Danny, what were you saying?
Oh, I can go even further.
What was Pebble saying before? I didn't catch it over. Okay, never mind. All good.
I think we were all just going on the
I was
secret
gonna-
door tangent.
Yeah, I was just saying it. Even if you know it's not a secret anymore, isn't it still a secret to everyone else?
I guess that'd be true. I guess it would be. That's a fair point. He sees a rock on the ground. Oh, is that some archaeology? Oh no, that's just a rock. Sorry.
That's
Oh,
geology.
I'm gonna stick it in my rock pouch.
So I guess it's a secret door amongst friends.
Yes.
That's
As-
fine.
As y'all are going, I'd like everyone to give me a survival check. And as you're doing that survival check, or athletics, if you'd prefer athletics, you could do that. Just let me know. Windveer and Pebble, whatever you roll, add a d4 to it. Saoirse, whatever you roll, subtract a d4 from it.
Okay.
That's athletics. Nat 20 for 23.
I got
Nat
a
20 for a 25.
dirty 20 for a 23.
17.
17.
I survival for 9 because I trust my new friends.
Mm-hmm.
I'm riding Saoirse, by the way.
Yeah, I was gonna
Horrifying.
say the same thing, okay? I was gonna say, like, I just go over to Winnie and, like,
Yeah, I already know, and I'm on your
Yeah.
back.
Does your head wound gem like change colors based on like mood or moisture or anything like that?
I wish. I wish
Me
it
too.
did.
15.
That would be very cool. No, but apparently people can call me on it, which is interesting.
So can I get
Or
your
maybe it
gem
was
sometime?
just-
Just kidding.
Maybe it was just a reaction to getting a message. I didn't think about it that way. I'm not sure, actually.
Moonstones
Uh,
are very magically infused.
It is true.
Did it
I
hurt?
give my number to Jot, so I don't know how it works.
Winnie, I believe he asked if he could communicate or write with you.
Yeah.
Oh, did it hurt when you got the gem though? All of you. It seems some of you are in different stages of forehead shiny.
No, what happened was that we had eyeballs in our foreheads. And then we
Congrats.
removed them all.
Oh.
And then in place, I shoved this stone there because I thought it would be cool.
It is cool.
And here we are talking
is,
about
yes.
it.
Thank you.
Did you
Ah,
keep
so
the
what-
eyes?
No,
Okay.
we smushed them, I think.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Inside check.
I'm telling the truth.
Yes.
4.
I also
Definitely
got
the
I rolled a 4 on the die, so minus.
Makes a mental note. One of them's probably got an eye hidden
Might have
somewhere
some
in a
extra
bag.
eyes laying around. As you are making your way through the woods, most of you are, these woods are very much untamed. There are no paths. There are gaps in the trees that feel like they are spiritually intended, if not human intervention intended. Winnie and Pebble, Mirik, you're sort of storming through. You're not taking so much of like, yes, let me pick my way around this carrier. You're just like loud, thundering muscle
We're
wizard.
dragging our
Clearing
way
the way.
through.
Yeah, just
We're
dragging
clearing the
right
way.
through. Yeah, clearing the way a little bit more of a gruff approach. Winnie and Pebble, you feel like there's a wind at your back. You feel like just this place is natural to you. Windveer, maybe you're sensing that sort of Fey connection. Maybe it's just like, that it feels like there's an easy explanation. Pebble, I think that you're maybe struggling to think of a why. There's not really like, you're looking at things. This doesn't look like Jotunheimer. Doesn't look like a place that you would have grown up in. But there is something here that's sort of pushing you along. Saoirse, it's not so bad as to like, you're not slowing the group down, but there's multiple times where like your hoof will just snag on a root or just these like little like branches that seem to like
Food.
completely avoid Winnie on your back, just like tangle up in your antlers, and it's just this whole mess. It's like the forest
Get
seems to
stuck
be
for a minute on a
finding
tree.
ways to kind of like complicate your path, even though it's not enough to slow you down.
Rook and I's ears both twitch at every sound
Mhm.
coming from the group around us.
There's definitely a
Yeah.
few haughty "I'm a better elk" looks from Rook over to Saoirse at multiple times during the journey.
He can't help being right.
You
Tail
eventually,
flicks.
after a few hours, you do find your way towards a clearing. The trees start to move away a bit from what you see as a stretch of road. And it's very odd that like it's this like long rectangle that has this like golden and brass filigree kind of moving across it. It looks ancient. And some of the cement is like the stonework of it, the melded stone, is rotting away. I say rotting. It's like crumbling away underneath that inlay. There's roots coming up. There's intrusions and stuff. But it's oddly well preserved. It's just this one little stretch. Everything else is completely missing from it. And just past that road, you can actually see this tall tree that is almost devoid. I say almost, it's entirely devoid of leaves. And all of the trees here have these beautiful scintillating colors of leaves, these purples, golds, greens. This one, there are large, like glowing globules that are like oversized, like thick fruits, or maybe like shellless eggs, like almost salmon roe
Right.
looking, that are just dangling from the tree. I'll go ahead and move y'all to that map so that you can see what's going
I
on.
want to eat it.
I want to eat it.
Oh, they're delicious.
I want to
And
eat
fair
it.
warning, this is a big old map.
That is a big old map. It's a pretty map.
I'm stuck
love
at
this.
99% loading.
You can
do it.
Oh, there we
You
go.
can do it.
Is this the road?
Ooh.
I still see the fallen star map.
It should have yanked
Personally.
you over. Maybe you weren't here. I'll make sure that it's.
I have a hard time letting things go. It makes sense.
Letting things go.
Bruh, same.
Let me see.
Me too.
I'll make the scene open in the the navigation bar so that y'all can see it. So you should be able to
Yeah.
see Fey Forest up at the top and just be able to select it and move over there now. Yeah, let me give the audience a little bit of a showy. Move farther. There we go.
Showy owie.
So here's our little group. Here's our intrepid Pebblecule plus Meander. And if we zoom out a lot, you'll see like trees and all this great stuff happening. And then you've got this stretch of road with all of this like odd filigree and stuff, along with this like weird globe golden tree happening over here.
Winnie whispers, "Be right back."
And she's got to fly directly upwards. And she wants to use this wind that she's been feeling like push her or pull her forward or whatever the feeling is. She wants to just use it to glide and see where it takes her.
Give me an insight check.
– 19.
19. As you attempt to sort of like glide and relax a little bit, just sort of coast around on that feeling, you realize it's more of a feeling than a real wind. That like it's something that's kind of, you're not really able to interact with it in a way of like floating on wind kind of thing, if that makes sense.
It's not a
instead
Pocahontas vibe.
it's not quite Colors of the Wind. It's more of just this like it's that sense of like making good time, but in a
Okay.
very concrete way.
Okay, then never mind then. I will just stay with the group. Sorry.
No, that's okay. It's good. I wanted to make sure that was clear in terms of like, and
Yeah.
You now have more information about what's happening potentially.
Mirik
I
is
wouldn't-
definitely making her way towards this road.
Mhm.
Same. Big same. Investigate the road.
Go ahead and move yourselves on. This is a big giant map.
Is this the road?
It's so big. This map is
Wee.
Run, Sisha, run!
I'm running.
This is going zoom speed.
Wait, my legs are little.
I switched browsers and I can see the map now, Matt.
Nice. Good. Good.
Yay. And I'm not touching the road.
I'm on the road.
It's just
On the road. I'm
Clip,
coming
clop,
to
clip,
you.
clop.
I'm riding.
Clop,
anyway.
clop,
Wait,
clop.
move.
Just
I'm gonna
sniffing
get a
with my
little
lack
brush.
of nostrils.
It's these
Yeah.
those little
Uh,
like feelers, kind of like,
Yeah.
like, sort of like snake tongue out away from your snoot to like test the air.
To like test the air and touch
Mhm.
the road. It's very disturbing to look at.
It is. It just. It has that like old book smell, kind of like not that smell, but that
Mhm.
feeling of like this is what old, like metal would smell like. This is what old rock and concrete and worked stone would smell like. It's just there's an
Smells like
ancientness to it.
antique.
Yeah.
Isn't it
Is
beautiful?
there anything we might be able to know or determine based on the filigree, all of that kind of stuff?
Give.
Are you asking me or the G? Just kidding.
Yeah. Are you asking Meander or me? That's a good point.
We will first try to determine ourselves, and then we will discuss with Meander.
Sounds good. Give me a history check.
Is this something a history book has taught me, versus what do the locals know?
Yeah.
Oh wow.
You got to get both perspectives, because
Mhm.
history
Oh,
be
that's
like
fine.
that.
I get it. You had a ring. I understand.
You got a ring. Yeah.
You got a ring.
So yeah, give me a
don't
history
know.
check. And what were you looking for specifically to see if you knew about this road?
Just to see if there was anything that we might have, or like she might have read about this particular area, what this road might once have been.
Okay. Yeah, I like that. Go for
That
it.
catty cornered, so I'm gonna reroll that. Okay. No, because she rolled an 8.
Unfortunately, like a lot of Tir Nanog.
This is a blank spot.
You're very much realizing that, like, oh, this must be what it feels like for anyone to like try and do Draconovus, like
Right.
research. Is that like Tir Nanog is very much a black spot on the map. Like people know it exists to an extent,
Hey,
but
joint
people
black
don't
spots.
know what's in there. Very similar to Draconovus. Like people,
It's
fewer
there.
people would even know it exists. It's sort of just like we don't know what's there. The people in the know it's there, but don't know much about it.
This is the point where she would turn to Meander and ask the questions. Be like, do you know what happened to be here previously that might have left such signs of civilization?
Well, there's a question, isn't there? Hooey. He kind of starts meandering over to some bushes where you notice a couple logs set up almost like a sitting area. A lot of carved little woodland critters, little rabbits made out of wood and stuff around, because this is where he likes to whittle. I don't know, where do you think it went? Let's start there.
Well, it is out of the way of the ruins that we are searching for, so I doubt very much that it is headed in that particular direction. However,
Fair.
it could be a road away from such ruins, in which case it might have led to yet another city.
All fair points. Sometimes I just sit and look at this road and like, don't you just see yourself in it just a little bit? Like, one day maybe you were a part of something, even though it's hard to tell looking back what exactly it was.
Perhaps if it was a bit more silver, I would see more of myself in it.
All right, I guess beautiful metaphors are hard for people sometimes. But yeah, there's many lost ruins
It's
in
at
this
this
area.
point that she like amusingly unfurls her silver wings, which looked like a cloak previously, and just kind of lets them flutter before cloaking it again. And it's like
He
I was
wonders
making
if
a
it's
joke
rude
on
to
your joke.
look
It's okay.
or not. Like, can they control that, or is that just something that happens on accident?
No, they
Oh no, they winged again, type of thing.
It's like a blink.
Oh
but with
no.
wings. What's everyone's
Well, no, the
passive
story-
The
perception?
wings.
Oh, not great.
14.
14?
Well,
11.
11?
Wait, what are we
Passive,
rolling?
14.
14? What's your passive perception?
Oh, my perception. 12.
13.
Rook's is like 100.
Investigation is higher.
Your investigation is great.
Me too.
Pebble, what did you say?
12.
12. Man, no one above a
13.
15. I can sneak up on y'all all day. As y'all are talking, I would say that the one with the highest perception right now, and perhaps this is a mixture of you went and flew up and like, oh, okay, it's not really a wind, it's just sort of a feeling. As you flutter down, you first see something. You see a little bit of movement in the trees, and so far a lot of this movement has been like the gentle rustling of leaves. This one feels more like something tall, like moving through the trees and like pushing them out of the way. And then you hear that like what would be loud, heavy footsteps were it closer.
Is
Is
the
it-
sound familiar to me, or do I seem just as startled?
Oh, you do have 14 as well. So I would say that you are hearing that now. Not necessarily familiar beyond like a big thing. And you do know that there are big things that walk around in these woods.
I'm gonna fly back down and be like, something's coming. Something big.
Should we hide or
Don't know. Where can I point it out? Can you ping the direction I saw it coming?
It was coming from
Oh, sorry,
the
I saw the
north.
trees moving.
Yeah, from this
Towards the
direction.
north?
Yeah. I said this
Alright,
direction.
it's-
Man, this map is huge. This away.
Yeah, it's coming from the the north.
I'm gonna do the most important thing first and make sure Rook is safe, and send him off into the woods before I say anything.
And just like quickly like heads off into the woods.
We're just
I'll meet you up at the spot.
Read the great axe.
That's a great axe.
It is.
Meander, is it big things dangerous or big things move past?
More than likely dangerous. They'll move past from time to time, but it may be coming straight towards us because it heard somebody looking at my road. I'm usually pretty quiet when I'm here, but we might have some weird smells with us. And he kind of his head tilting towards the elk with no eyes.
Should
Speaking
we
of-
hide? Is it
I'm
too late
gonna
to
hide.
hide?
Did it look tall enough that it could just look down onto anything we were hiding in and see us?
Not necessarily. It was big, but it wasn't that big.
We should hide. That sounds great. I'd love to hide with all you archaeologists.
There's only one archaeologist, I say, as I
excellent. This is also a specialty of mine.
I will be behind them wherever they are hidden.
Are there giants here?
Sometimes. There is one right now, pointing at yourself. You got some giant in you. Don't think I don't know.
No. Yeah.
Even if it's just your heart.
If you are looking for the closest place to hide, there are those bushes that are like right next to the road that are kind of like grown up and poofy.
Are
Otherwise,
they big enough for all of us?
look at they're big old bushes.
They're big old bushes.
They are as big as they are on the map.
Because otherwise, Merrick was going to go for the pretty little cherry blossom tree over
You
there.
could absolutely
Shoot
go
them.
like if you
I
wanted
was
to
also
bait for the
climbing
line.
trees.
Yeah, you could
Yeah,
you could
I-
also do that. I didn't want to like limit you, but I also wanted you to know that like you don't have to run to the tree line. You could post up right there.
That
So
might be
is-
smarter.
Is Siasha going to go hide behind the bushes? Because I just want to make sure that, okay, they ran to the tree too. Perfect. I flew
Yeah.
to the tree and I'm up
Cool.
in it.
We're in the tree,
Yeah.
hiding. Whoa!
Excellent. Give me
We're a lot
stealth
closer
checks.
to the thing.
Yes.
Yep.
I want to get first view of it so then we can hopefully let you know.
Yeah, exactly.
Merrick very specifically is going in the opposite direction of y'all because she is not stealthy. So she's like, if something's going to come get us, it'll come get me first.
Excellent.
And if it's just coming to look at the road, it might be smart to not hide right next to the road.
That's true.
Doesn't matter. Nat 1.
Nat
stealth
1.
check.
Okay, this is technically a group stealth, and what I'm gonna say is that there's two groups.
Natural 20.
There's two groups happening. There's the one in the bush, and then there's the one in the trees. So you can go ahead
I
and
cancelled out your natural 20.
Oh no.
I got a
Oh,
natural
no.
1. I didn't actually go hide with Seisha though, so that's like, make sure that's known.
Sure,
We
sure,
weren't
sure.
like, we split. But yeah, I got a natural 1 plus 4.
Seriously,
Plus
would you?
5.
I got a
seriously,
natural 20 plus 8.
super.
I also got a natural 1.
Oh my god!
Damn.
So glad I said I'm
They're just
behind them.
rustling the bushes.
18, 17 plus 1.
Okay.
We all squeal as we run and hide. We're all just like,
I know.
Oh my gosh,
20
this is
23.
23.
28.
And then Pebble, you got nat 1 on Pebble. What did Mirik get? Also a nat 1?
Nat 1.
Oh my god!
I have no modifier to
Yeah.
stealth.
We're all 20s and 1s here, man.
Incredible.
7. I'm usually good at it.
Uh-huh.
Oh,
Uh-huh.
so you have
so
an 8.
8.
So you
I
are
got
Big Meander
still have an
hearing
8.
all of them stealthing is just like, all right, well, we're probably not going to have to walk too much further.
you are all hidden. You've all ducked into your various places, ducked out of sight, or at least attempted to, and you're trying to stay quiet. And maybe there was a little bit of like too
Wait,
much.
I have lucky.
You
I'm lucky, 'cause I'm happy.
Because you're a stone
I'm
giant.
little. It doesn't matter because that's a 2.
No.
So I have
It's
a
better
9.
than a natural 1,
Better than
okay?
a natural one.
It's
So
still
That's
a
fair,
9.
it's a 9.
It's still a 9.
It's
9
9.
total.
We need to
9
not
something.
distracted by the golden globules of fruit. She's just
Mhm.
like, wait a second. Wait.
So some
I
of
think
you are
Pebble
hidden
is
in the
just like,
trees.
where's everybody going? Everybody's going opposite direction.
Some
know
of
where to
you are
go.
hidden in the trees. Some of you are hidden in that bush next to the road. Oh, that's incredible. A few seconds, like barely, like you just made it into your little hidey holes before this starts to happen. You hear that become more pronounced as you see this large, and I mean that mechanically, large, like 10-ish foot tall, lumbering creature stride into the area up to where that glowing tree is. And you can see it sort of reach up and sort of like nonchalantly bat at one of the globules, and it like there's this weird like musical sound to it as that happens. And I'm gonna really quick show you and the audience what this looks like.
Ooh.
And I don't know if you can
Hey, man.
see on the artwork, but as it gets close, you can actually start to hear this like shut up, and then just like sort of smacks its head. There is this tiny little
Oh no.
like sprite stuck in a little like bramble cage that sits atop its head like this weird gnarled crown. Right. Come on out. Took all day getting here. I'd like to get back to what I'm doing.
Do I know him? Like, is he a neighbor that sometimes comes to borrow or something?
This is not someone that's on your friends list. And there is this very, I will say that Meander, Saoirse, and Winnie, all who are hiding in the tree, there is this like instant like clenching of body as you hear an even larger like beneath you as something steps out of the shadow of that tree. And you see this kind of creature moving out into the glen. It is this hulking, warped, hunchbacked, one giant eye threatening to overtake its entire face, the other one closed up. It looks like it's been punched in the face to the point that it's just bruising and swollen shut. Its whole body is covered in these blistering, leaking boils. It took you long enough.
That feeling when you go to one of your favorite spots and it's full of tourists.
There are a lot of people here that
Yeah.
you're like, this ain't your place. What are you doing?
Thus far.
When he said
I've made
it's
fire.
time to come out, Merrick totally was just like, oh, okay. And then noticed that something else was like, and was like, oops, not
The-
talking to me, okay.
That first creature, that first creature gives like a little bit of like a hello there kind of gesture. Ah, Herg! Finally. Good to see you again. Oh, kinda. You weren't followed, were you? No. Well, other than... And he just sort of bats at the little cage. Not followed. Not by anything that we need to concern ourselves with anyway. And there's a subconscious clenching amongst all of you as this thing sort of like its big eye like sweeps around the clearing, looking over at the bush, looking over at the tree lines. Ugh. King Snurry wants things expedited. Do we have an accord or not? I'm going to need more reassurances if I'm going to be giving an olive branch out to such distasteful creatures. You will mind your tongue. You know for whom I speak. What concessions do you want? Assurances. I want to make sure that I'm protected. Should things go foul. Should I need to leave these woods, I'll need to make sure that I have a place set up and ready for me. I require certain things. He gestures towards the little creature that's stuck in his head cage. We have captives. They are currently being used for information, but once they run dry, we are more than welcome to use them as whatever you need them for. Very well. In that case, what are you wanting from me? We need you to make sure. And you see this weird creature, Herg, just sort of like clench and like cock its head like it's listening to something, but none of you can hear it. We will need to discuss those matters another time. Do what you've been asked to do. And next time, don't be followed! And it is reaching for a club and is swinging up into the trees where Saoirse and Winnie are. So we are all going to be rolling some initiative now.
Sorry, finishing that sentence. Okay.
I literally was like, I'm not using that dice anymore. I'm going to use my Winnie dice, and then rolled a natural one.
I also rolled another natural one. This is
Fuck me.
What is
bad.
I'm gonna
Your dice hate us today.
Night-
19
today.
for 23.
All the dice and dice
16.
out.
19.
hold on. I'll ask. Hold on. Hold.
No. Now everybody say it at the same time to confuse Matt.
Link.
Link.
Hey, listen.
Hey, listen. And then one more. Okay. Okay.
I have a question. Why does
Yeah.
my elk have a +3 to religion?
Because it's your,
I
it's
did
your
not know.
skills.
I did not know elk was religious.
In wild shape, you keep your mental stats and all of your skill proficiencies, so it gets those numbers. Did anyone roll a 20 or above?
Okay.
23.
There's the Warcaster. So, Myrick, which is on my initiative tracker
No
as
sneak,
me.
only smack.
Sleep, only smack.
Me.
15 to 20.
19.
16.
Oh wait, nope, not me.
Narcissa 19. Meander, what was that?
That would be a 16, Matthew.
16. Thank you very much. And then 10 to 15. Ruh-roh.
Oh,
Here I was thinking I would need more space. The 5 to 10. A 9.
5.
Okay.
I got 5.
Saoirse 9. Pebble 5. Okay, Winnie.
Oh,
What'd you get?
Winnie.
3. There we go. Wow.
We're
That
doing
worked.
great,
Winnie-
sister.
Winnie's about to get smacked the fuck out, I bet. So that's what happened.
I made some guesses as to like where I needed to put people in initiative order, and y'all slotted in perfectly. So bravo, thank you. I didn't have
Love
to
it.
erase a thing.
You're welcome.
There's going to be the giant creature with the bug eye is going to get one freebie. Specifically,
You can say he hits the branch that I'm sitting on.
So what I'm
That's
gonna-
why my initiative is so
So
low.
this is gonna be an attack at disadvantage. It's technically taking a guess at where you're at, Saoirse, but it's gonna be coming at you because you're the closest. So
Rude. I
disadvantage.
rolled the highest.
I know.
So sad.
Disadvantage, Great Club, and then we'll be into like normal initiative order. Disadvantage with that Great Club is gonna be an 18 to hit.
Yeah, I'm sure. Yeah, an elk's armor class is 10.
Or are you an elk in the tree?
I'm an elk under the tree. I'm hiding in, like, you know?
Ah, okay. Well, in that case, it would not have swung up. It would have just seen you down at the ground and been like, ah, yes, hello, elk. Or no, you had a 28. Okay, so yes.
Yeah.
This is a Winnie up in the tree. What
Okay.
I'll say is that, like, since you're so far away, there's no way it could reach you, but the 18 would still hit your armor class, right, Winnie? Okay, so this is gonna be damage from like the tree just moving around, like poking you in the
Yes.
eye and stuff.
Yeah, beautiful. It's gonna shook me and I'm gonna fall to the ground. This is what it is.
Nice. So just 9 bludgeoning damage. It's indirect damage.
Beautiful.
It's not as if you got hit with the Great Club, but you can tell that that Great Club could do some great damage if that's what it could do at like a shake in the tree distance. But
Yeah.
we are now into initiative. Let's see what Myrick is gonna do. Myrick, you are up.
This thing is big and juicy and nasty, and we don't like it. We're gonna move 15.
Okay. And what I will say is that as you move out of the leaves, because I owe to Thin the Veil from last time, you like pulling yourself out and like starting to look around, like maybe like bringing your hands up to start like somatic gestures. There is like little fey glitter all over you, like little saplings, little thorn bits from like the leaves that you were just in. This is effectively
Sparkly.
giving a fairy fire effect to you.
Yeah, that's fine. It happens. That's okay, because if he didn't see me before, he's gonna see me now as I lightning bolt him.
Yes. All right.
We're just gonna start off strong.
Uh-huh. Yeah. And it doesn't have great dex, so yeah, that's an 8.
Okay, so he's gonna take the full ouchies.
That full
And it doesn't
ouchies.
touch the tree, because he's just on the
Nice.
on the edge. Let me grab all of these dice. Hold on. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
After Mirek, it's going to be
7,
Narkissa and then Meander.
Okay, that was a very average roll. The amount of 3s I now have to count. 10, 15, 19, 22, 25.
25 points of lightning damage. Nice. The lightning crackles across its skin, like bursting some
We
of
are
these
adding
weird
this
boils.
axe into it to where she's now using it to smack,
Nice.
as that now becomes part of her
Her
thematic.
somatics. Very cool. So yeah, the lightning ripples across him, doing damage. There was no resistances, but it just looks pissed off. It's
He's just chunky.
It's a big pile of hit points. Yeah. Is that it for your turn?
No, because we are moving another 15 feet away as we're
Mhm.
trying to start kiting him and being like, all right,
Nice.
come on, away from the squishies in there, please.
Yep. Valid. That's gonna bring us to Narkissa.
Think what I am going to. Dun, 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 dun. What would be the smartest thing? This can hurt. I think what I'm gonna do is hold an act. I'm gonna hold an action. I'm gonna hold a not a crossbow shot for when the guy gets closer over to Mirek.
Assuming she's
And then
drawn
my
his
bonus
focus.
action, I'm gonna avoid.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What is the
And
range?
my bonus
increments?
action, I'm going to Void Shroud. I believe it's 8320.
Okay, cool. So at least waiting until he's 80, so that you're not at disadvantage. And I will say that you
Yes.
are currently hidden, so even if he doesn't get all the way up to Mirek to get into melee, you will be able to attack at advantage and get some sneak attack. Okay, and you got that Void Shroud. Roll them temporary hit points.
Dun, 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 dun. Okay. Got that 5.
Nice. Some of those shadows from the bush start like clinging to you. Right now, because you're in the foliage, the fairy fire effect is not on you, but you can see that like even some of that stuff is sticking to your skin as you're like moving around. You see the shadows of that void shroud starting to fight with them. So once you step out, you will be at their mercy. And now it is Meander's turn.
All right, for the first time, all the little playfulness kind of falls off Meander, and he does a like Attack on Titan run through the tree branches with this massive black spear kind of being pulled off his shoulder as he goes. With like a little flick to the side and a whisper, once he's within 30 feet, he's going to cast Infestation cantrip on that, what was his name? Herg, I believe,
Herg.
or Okita.
Yeah.
Herg. Which is a con save, which he probably has a fairly large con, but we're feeling him out.
That is a 19 on the con save.
He'll easily succeed on that. I don't believe he takes half.
Not on the cantrip.
With a
and
cantrip,
You can see you
no.
try and do this like infestation, and there's already like
Mhm.
bugs and maggots crawling across those like lightning wounds. Like he seems to not hygiene not up on his hierarchy of needs.
One bug comes back and tells me all that, and I kiss it a little on the cheek, and then like get into a position for my next turn, but I'll end bonus action Hexblade's Curse, which looks like me picking a little orange algae off from behind my ear and eating it. And then this strange figure scratches a little behind their ear as a little burst of orange comes out.
Nice.
And I'm just crouching up in the trees with my spear.
Did you get to within 30 feet of him for the
I would have had to for infestation, so
Yeah,
I would have used
okay.
all my movement. Yeah.
Yes. Yeah, so
I
get
didn't
to-
move my token though
get
yet.
to rat lair, and then you're good. Perfect. Excellent.
And that's my turn.
And I will say this tree is dense enough, especially for you. You're able to move around in it. You're used to that kind of Naruto style.
Oh, I planted this tree.
Yes, you did. This is your tree. That is gonna bring us to. Oh, interesting. It's gonna bring us to that. And for that. Okay. Nothing you see happens. Or nothing happens that you can see. That's the phrasing. And then it's going to be Saoirse's turn.
Thanks, I hate it.
Next.
Just this elk comes out from behind the tree.
The
It's just
elk
like,
hiding in the shadow of the tree.
Am I hidden? Am I?
You are currently hidden. It doesn't seem like it notices you.
Okay.
You walk on all fours as a weird elk or on your hind legs?
Ugh.
Okay, I just was trying to picture it.
it's
I
awful.
could probably stand up.
It reminds me of the deer in Adventure Time.
It takes
Yeah.
off the hooves.
Same thought!
Yes!
Same thought!
I just
Oh,
stand up.
Creepy little fingers underneath the hooves.
And then he licks people and sticks them together.
Mm-hmm.
yes.
Ah.
My
I'm gonna drop
spouse has
mine,
an Adventure Time sleeve.
But I'm hidden.
It's reminding. It's also giving vibes of like how like hooved animals are born with those big like fleshy tentacle sacs on their
Mhm.
hooves to like protect the mother. It just looks. It looks like
It's
crab
gross.
meat that wants to be hooves. It just can't decide what the fuck
Mhm.
it's doing with its life.
Yep.
I
it's
hate
disgusting.
it. I hate it. I hate it. I hate it.
It's truly awful. Okay.
Seriously, what you doing?
I'm gonna ram him, I guess.
Okay.
This is what we're gonna do.
Yeah.
This is what we're gonna do. Yeah, okay. +5 to hit.
Running right up into this dude.
Okay.
Boop.
Pretty much. Wait,
And that was,
the
I
elk
think, 20
moves
feet.
At least
So you'll get the
20 feet.
You'll get the bonus damage if you hit.
Okay, 20 feet. Was that 20 feet?
Yep, it was 20 feet. I measured.
Dope. Perfect.
If
It's
it
a
wasn't,
big
you could have
map.
like backed up 5 feet
I
and
know.
then ran.
I know. I took a couple steps back. I went. Okay.
And you do have advantage on the attack because of hidden. So you're just charging out of the shadow of the tree and catching this guy
Okay.
off guard, trying to plow those antlers straight into a
Do it.
calf.
Let's fucking do it, man. Let's go. Okay. Wow. They both rolled 5s.
Oh no.
That's some bullshit.
Oh no.
Yeah, so it's a 10.
You and you just and like jam the antlers, but like the antlers are fungal, and so they just sort of like wilt against
I know.
what is
They will.
tough hot. This thing feels like it's made of stone. It is this awful skin texture happening.
Hate it.
I
Can I
don't
bonus action hide again? Actually,
cannot,
ooh,
no.
Ooh,
Ooh.
ooh.
You
Do I
could
have
if you were in a
disengage?
place that you could hide. And I will say that like as you run out of that shadow, like sprinting through some limbs, they crack and like the bark sticks to you and starts glowing this little like fairy light. You are fairy fired.
Can I bonus action disengage?
You absolutely could, yeah. You've got how much movement does an elk have?
That's what I'm looking. I have to go. I wish I could just separate the windows, you know, so that I could look at the elk while looking at everything else.
Just bring up a separate elk tab.
Yeah,
I should.
it won't be perfectly correct because of all the wild shape stuff, but it'll be mostly correct.
My speed is 50 feet.
Okay, so you've got 30 more feet to play with a disengage.
Cool.
You could also take like a snip of just the square and then have that snip just sitting on another window.
Oh, yeah.
That's what I do with when I have like a thing open.
That's a good idea.
That's
clever.
fair. I'll take a snip. That's a good idea. Okay, so I should have like 20 feet of movement, 25 feet of movement left, right?
Yeah, you got 30. Yeah.
Okay, we're gonna go 1, 2, 3, 4. Right?
You get 10 more.
Yeah.
Yeah. Or 2 more.
What
2
is-
more squares.
Yeah.
Yeah, there
I'm
you
gonna
go.
come up underneath the trees. There we
So
go.
you're just directly underneath where Winnie is.
Yeah,
Okay.
where Winnie's dangling because it like hit the tree and like Winnie's
Nice.
like. Okay,
Excellent.
that's my turn.
And with that, we come to Okide's turn. Our weird oak tree forest giant thing. Let's see here. We got some. What do we got for movement? Sees the elk. Everything else is really far away.
Alright.
Oh, there we go. There we go. That's stuff. That's stuff we can do. You deal with that one. I got the sparkly one. And he's just going to move. Boo, 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 boo. Oh wait, I'm on the wrong screen. Ba, 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 30 feet of movement. There we go. We can move him down to there. And classic giants, they gotta be in melee to do their best stuff, but you know what they can do? Is they can chuck a rock. Where-
Chuck a rock.
chuck a rock.
On a
And
giant
this
things.
would be disadvantage because of range, but because of fairy fire, back to advantage. So you just see him like reach down, like scoop up this earth, and it sort of like molds into a rock as he does so. Like he's like doing like a perfect magically assisted snowball, and just yeets this clod of earth and mass towards Mirik. Not a great to hit. Let's see if we do it. No, it is a 6. Just flies over your head and smashes into the ground. All this bark goes everywhere. And that is... Oh, that can't be right. Hold on. That is not the correct attack modifier. They did the math wrong. What did I say? 6? So that was the natural roll. So it is going to be a, sorry. My brain is breaking. 13. I think it still misses.
Meets it.
Okay. So do you want to...
However, I have arcane things.
You got
that I can
arcane
do.
things.
Didn't
I
you
do
cast
have
mage
arcane
armor?
things. Actually, what we're going to do is we're going to use our gift of the metallic dragon, and she's literally just going to bat this rock away
Wing bat
with
it
silver
away.
wings
Nice.
and be like, "That was a good attempt."
Oh, she's got some spunk. Does not realize how many of y'all there are. Good thing you avoided 5d10 plus 6 damage on that
Yeah,
boulder.
I wasn't gonna take that.
Mhm.
That would have been bad.
Haley's face is correct. That is Okida's turn. It is Herg's turn, and Herg wants to smash. Herg, in the Smash or Pass game, Herg smashing. Herg is going to move in.
Let me smash, Becky.
Seeing that its friend seems to have the one lonely mage down there, doesn't know that there are other people covered, is going to move in towards Saoirse, but is also going to like glare up into the boughs of the tree at Meander. So Meander, give me a charisma saving throw.
All right, that should be fine because it was a 13 on the die, which should make it about 20.
Nice. So you're going to take half damage from this.
Yeah, 20.
What that was. Oh god. You take half of 37 is going to be 18 points of psychic damage as its eye just like zones in on you and you see it like scintillate as this horrible sensation of years of torment and exile waves through your mind. And then it is going to swing its big old club at Saoirse.
Hey.
Oh no! Okay, it's gonna hit, but advantage. Okay, that is a 27 to hit.
Yeah, for sure. Oof.
Not a great damage roll. 16 points of bludgeoning damage from the Great Club.
I fall into Saoirse shape.
Into Saoirse shape, yeah.
Into Saoirse shape.
And it just sort of like lifts the club up, and then is like really confused, and then like looks at the club like it's expecting an elk corpse to be on there. It's like, what the fuck? Like it's just
What the fuck? What's
deeply
going
baffled
on?
by what is happening right now. Excellent. Okay, that is Herg's turn. Pebble, you're up.
Okay. 35.
Get some giant versus giant action happening here.
Mhm.
It's really hard for me to see the. So.
How far can you go? 35?
35. Yeah. Oh, thank you.
Hey, Matt.
Hey,
Is it within 10 feet of me?
you have to be in your spore form to do that.
It just says Halo of Spores, you can use your reaction to deal 1d4, and then the
Oh.
spore form makes that
It boosts
better.
it. Yes. So con save.
Con save.
19.
It saves.
Okay. Beefy old giants. I got one stat that's
it's
good.
it's okay.
Well, two. Strength and con.
I just needed to make sure we
Yep.
were doing
No, that's
the thing.
totally valid. I forgot that it could be used outside of spore form. Okay, 35
Yeah.
feet of movement, Pebble. What you got going now?
Yeah. I'm gonna try to throw one of my rocks at it.
Nice.
To throw a rock back. I think it's at disadvantage because the long.
It's 60 feet away from you. What's the range on your rock throw?
Yeah.
Oh, it's probably
20 and
60.
60.
Yeah, so disadvantage on the attack, and as you move out of the bush, you see that little bit of sparkling on you as well.
Wait. 16.
16 will hit. Yeah.
Okay. Wait. 4, so that's 6 damage, and then I would like my strike for another 1d6, and it needs to make a strength saving. It'll probably beat it, but and that's another 5.
So 11 total damage, right?
Yeah.
Nice. And then a strength save. Ooh.
Yeah.
Might not get it. 12.
Beats it.
Oh, I really wanted you to put him on his ass. That would have been hilarious. Okay. Darn
That
it.
would have been really funny.
But still, like, see.
No, that's
you-
not. Wait, hold on.
Ooh.
I don't think this is a monk thing, but let me check. Right,
Oh,
if
it's
you
not a
can
monk
throw
thing.
Of your... No, it's a key feature. Okay, yeah, never mind. Beats it.
So he sees this little tiny thing come out of the bush. It's just like, what? Oh, fuck! Insolent whelp! It's just clearly enraged that he got hurt by someone throwing a rock back at him. Like this is cultural appropriation. This is awful. This is everything that he hates. He doesn't know.
How dare you? I
He
am a
doesn't know.
giant.
He doesn't know. He's about to find out, but he doesn't know right now.
My dad was a cooler giant than you.
My dad can out-giant your dad. Oh, amazing.
Please tell me you actually yelled it.
Yeah.
As we're all just yelling insults at this guy along with smacking
What?
him.
And you just hear this like, you shut up! That was gonna bring us to Windveer's turn.
Ooh. Winnie is going to fly up and out of the tree,
Mm-hmm.
like 40 feet away, because she's like, nah.
Not about this.
No. And so she's up in the air, and she's going to bonus action Hunter's Mark.
Ooh. It's like there's
She
a 40
feels
feet. Does
like-
that feel good?
This is personal. Yeah, so before she gets that far,
Cool.
she will
Oh,
cast
nice.
it.
On Herg?
And then on this, yeah, is that who this guy is?
Yeah.
Swollen Eye, yeah. And then
Mr. Swollen Eye, yeah.
Mr. Swollen Eye. And then because with the new level up, we haven't really done any like huge battles yet, so I'm super excited. But if it's okay with you, Matthew, I'd like to flavor it that Winnie now uses both of her arms to shoot 2 arrows at a time.
Oh, because you've got 2
Because I
attacks
get to
now.
attack twice.
Yeah.
So she pulls out 2 arrows and she's going to put rot moss on both of them if they hit.
Oh, that's good. That's gonna be sick. Yeah, do it.
Yeah. We'll see. We're rolling 2d20s. Ooh, okay. Maybe. We'll see. It's a +5. So, there was 15 for one of them.
Let me double check. I want to say that's good. 15 hits.
15 hits, and it does a 14 hit.
A 14 just hits.
Yes! Okay, cool, perfect. Yes, excellent. That's exciting. So,
I'm so
what is the
excited
heck
for you. This is
my
incredible.
thing? D8s.
That's gonna be a lot of damage.
I'm excited. It's 2D. What is it? D6 on every hit, or just one of those
Yes.
hits?
So, favored foe, the like Tasha's Ranger, is only once per turn. Hunter's Mark is every time you hit.
Cool. So. $20 points of damage as I hit him with 2 arrows, and then also through the air you can see like the spores coming off of the arrows as it like hits him, and then this black moss just starts to grow over the wounds.
The arrows are like stuck in at 2 points, like close, like you sort of did like a cluster shot, and just the black just starts growing out of there. So he's got 2 stacks of rot moss.
Yes.
Ooh,
I
that
will
is gonna
mark those
hurt.
off.
What a clutch fight for damage over time. This thing's a big sack of hit points, so you're gonna get like a lot of mileage out of that.
That's the plan.
Excellent.
And now
So
I'm up in the air.
Did you?
And that's the end of my turn.
Have you moved just straight up, or did you like move out and to the side to like be able to avoid the boughs?
Yeah,
Almost
out
shot.
into the
Okay.
side. So I think probably like there, I think.
Yeah. You could go a little bit further if you wanted to, but I guess if you're doing any sort of diagonaling, that's good. Yeah.
Yeah,
So you're
I
pretty
think
high
that's
up.
probably, yeah, I'm high enough that I'm cleared the trees, but I'm not so high that I'm just out in the air.
Yes.
Yeah.
You're hovering close to like where the canopy edge ends, and you're just like shooting out underneath it. Perfect.
Yep.
That is gonna bring us back around round 1. Round 1, everyone. Round 1's in the can. Let's bring it back to Mirik.
Okay. So first things first, we're gonna move up. I can't move like that. That hurts my soul. 30.
Yeah, I'm gonna hold the little dot for you. So yeah, there you go.
Thank you.
If you
I was
ever
like,
need me to
I'm
like put a
trying to
finger on the map
count.
for you, absolutely, just say do the ruler for me, and I'll do that. I can do that. That's really easy.
Now I think I'm too far away from my fun stuff. Yeah,
75
just a little
feet
bit.
from.
But that's
Okey-doke.
okay, because what we are gonna do is magic missile his crown to try and break free this little pixie.
Oh, I love this. I love this. Okay. Yeah.
As Mirik notices and is like, I don't know if this is your cousin or not, Winnie.
Uh huh.
Literally, all I could think about was freeing them, so thank you. I was like, am I going to waste a whole turn to cast Reduce on this little pixie so it can fly out the cage? And, like,
Yes.
literally, I was like...
I love it.
Nice.
Hell yeah.
Let's see.
Roll that magic missile damage.
7, 10, 13.
13. Those magic missiles plink away, and you can see like wood chips flying everywhere. It's like you set them into like a log pile. What I'm gonna do is, since you're sort of doing like a targeted attack at a part of him, half of that is like you're gonna get all the total for that against whatever the cage's HP is, and half of that at his HP. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
So
That makes
he,
sense.
He
'Cause
takes
it's eating at him and the cage.
It's doing something effective beyond just the HP damage, but he's not gonna take all the HP
Yeah.
damage because of that. So he takes 6, but all 13 of
Okay.
it did apply to the cage, and it's like the little like Fae is like and like is shielding themselves from the 6 and like tries to fly out, and like you can see the brambles like regrow and like stretch and sort of like this is gonna be maybe a deep cut 1,000-year Blood War style like life cage her in, but
Okay.
you've weakened it. You've punched holes in it to where she might be able to get out at any moment. If you do more damage, might be able to get out for sure.
Yes.
That was some Lost Girl shit if I ever heard some. 1,000-year blood war.
Yeah. I'm
That's
such a
okay. I also
weeb.
just need to get a little bit closer to him, and then I can start doing some real nasty stuff.
Heck yes. Oh, I love that both of us want to. Here we go. The real stuff happens soon. Yeah. Okay. Anything else for your turn?
No, we'll leave it at that.
Okay. Narkissa, because they never got close enough to trigger it, I'm gonna leave it up to you. You can let that attack go, and it doesn't happen. In which case, you wasted the prepared action, but you're not giving your position away. Or you can just like fuck it and take a pot shot. Up to you.
I was just gonna actually have it to where she's still in holding.
Okay.
Because that's what I was gonna do for this turn too, was just have her hold. It's like, come on, just get fucking closer. This
Just
is really
get closer.
so difficult.
All of us are just trying to like, come on,
Yeah.
sit here,
Yeah.
come here.
Come on.
Just,
Come here.
just Neo gesturing across this map that's way too big. Yeah. I love a good big map. All right. So
I
you are
love the big
holding.
map too.
You are holding. I figured you're fighting giants. So you gotta have a big map for giants. You are holding. That is Narkissa. Meander, you are up.
His little tree, that's not the right voice. His little tree branch, there it is. Anime run is still going. He reaches into a pouch, pulls out an acorn and bites it and casts Armor of Agaths on himself. So instead of eyes, it's just all these viney kind of protrusions. Gonna run right up to Herg and in a true Back to the Future style, slide on my knees behind him, and I'm gonna make 2 attacks against his Achilles tendons with my spear. He's got a Hexblade Curse on him, so it's a plus 11 to each attack.
Heck yes. And
All right,
Hexblade
that's
Curse
28.
do extra damage too.
Yeah, it does by proficiency for attack rolls and the damage roll.
Okay, cool.
So that was high 20s on the first one,
That'll definitely
and
hit.
28 for the second attack.
That'll also definitely hit. Yes.
But he's using a shield, so he only gets a d6 with a spear.
Gotcha. Yeah.
All right, not bad. But with Hex, he gets to add an extra 3 to each one, and his Charisma adds 4. Are either of these Dark Fae by any chance,
They are not
my
Fae.
good GM friend?
They are
Unfortunate.
giants.
Deal. So that is, with Hex, that is 15 plus 11 on the 2, so 26 altogether.
Ooh.
And that is piercing, even though I would be
Mhm.
slashing with it. And I do have a special weapon of sorts.
Yes, you do. Yeah. The,
And that's my turn.
that dark glistening metal that looks a lot like the rock egg that you saw in the lake
Mhm.
is catching some of that fey light, and that is.
And as he like
Meander's
thrusts
turn.
with it, you almost see fiberglass like along his fingers, like it's kind of just a red rash, and he winces a little bit, but he's trained.
Nice. I would like you to make an intimidation check for me.
I don't know why I keep pausing myself. That's my first natural 20 actually.
Oh,
For
Nice.
very cool.
24.
The this massive Hulk just like turns around, like this eye just bug-eyed and looking at you. Help! And the other giant just sort of like scoffs, like, handle it, you've got this. And you get this really weird sensation, like the hairs on the back of your neck stand up, as you just hear the near silent footfalls of someone behind you. And First attack is going to be an advantage because they have been hidden this whole time.
Oh no.
Oh fuck!
That is going to be a natural 20.
Jeez.
I'll let it.
You'll
Where's
allow
our
it?
grave
and-
cleric?
Where's our grave cleric?
She's not here.
I missed my gun already.
Is my gun done already? Amazing.
So
All right.
I do have 15 temporary hit points due to Armor of Agath's.
And I'll take
Um,
15 cold damage after
yes.
this, correct? Yeah. Do you have any damage resistances to poison?
Probably not, but he has been a little spicy in the past.
Okay. You said you got Armor of Agathis on for 15, right?
Mm-hmm.
Alrighty. I'm gonna reveal a
Takes
new
like 2 of those.
combatant has entered the field. This is you immediately recognize the visage of a dark elf as a drow has dropped out of the tree where it was watching this all play out. Immediately hit by the cold damage, but its short sword buries itself into your back. You take 9 points of piercing and 27 points of poison.
Deal.
Ow.
So total
That's a lot of poison.
30, 33?
Is this-
No,
36.
36.
36, yeah.
Deal.
And then
All right,
second
all
attack. Second attack no longer an advantage because it's not hidden. Might still hit though. That is a 21 to hit.
It would if I didn't cast shield with my last spell slot.
Very cool. Okay, so it
As a
attempts to
reaction.
follow up with this offhand dagger. Just like the first one has planted itself in your back, and you feel her try and reach around to your front and drive the other sword up underneath your sternum, and you are just able to impose this arcane shield in front of the strike.
I look at the road and hope mine goes longer.
Excellent. So, the drow is now on the battlefield. Saoirse, it is your turn.
It's me. Back again.
The
Okay.
real Saoirse Shady.
Yes, the real Circe. Circe Shady.
Saoirse Shady.
Okay, so what's gonna happen here? Gonna ask the tree really nicely to be helpful here. And even though it is daytime, a silvery kind of ray of moonlight peeks through the boughs of the tree, and I cast Moonbeam.
I love this.
Right? Yep, Moonbeam. So this cylinder of moonlight just bathes the creature. It is engulfed in ghostly flame.
Amazing.
That's so cool. Okay. It needs to make a save. It's Constitution 14.
Okay. Read Moonlight. Is it when it shows up?
It's
Or when
when a
it's-
creature enters the spell's area for the first time on a turn or starts its turn, and
starts
it
its
is
turn.
engulfed in ghostly.
So it's there. The appearing doesn't count as entering, but on the start of its turn, it's gonna tick.
Okay.
So,
Okay.
which it should be its
Cool.
turn soon. It'll be its turn very soon. So, that
Yes.
you do see, like you say that, and there is this like a rustle of leaves that feels like disgust, but yet the boughs do move out of the way as this pillar of moon shines down from the sky and right onto this thing, and you could feel him like even before it's enough to burn him, he's already wincing and sort of moving away from that light.
Can I hide?
You can
Or is it? Okay, cool.
You'd have to move. You'd have to, as long as you can get somewhere to where you can hide. So like if you got over to like over here, you'd be behind the trunk of the tree and you could try to hide. Yeah.
How many steps? What am I? Oh, I got 30 feet of walking.
It will provoke. Because you haven't
It
disengaged.
will? Okay. And that's also a bonus action, so I can't also do
Right, you won't be able to disengage and hide.
Well, we're gonna hope.
Going for it? Here we go.
We're gonna pray. I hope and pray. Preservation.
Risk it for the biscuit.
Fairy fire. It could be bad. Oh! I rolled bad. I rolled real bad. Boop-a-doo-boo. It is a 19.
Damn it, still hits.
Okay.
I like how that's your I rolled bad for these.
Well, I rolled a 2 and a 10.
Yeah.
He just has a really big to hit. Okay, I did roll crappy damage. I'm about to say a teen number, but I want you to know it was a 4, a 1, and a 5 on the 3d8. So 16 points of bludgeoning damage from the Great Club.
Big ouch.
And give me a Constitution saving throw.
That is a dirty 20.
Awesome. You maintain concentration on the moonbeam. Now give me that stealth check, because you are now in a place that you can hide.
That's terrible. $14?
14? It's not the stealthiest you've ever been, but you don't feel unstealthy.
Okay.
I will say that the Okita, that giant, not paying attention at all to what's happening by this tree. You get the sense that
Yeah.
this weird, gross one, it's like watching your movements as you're moving to the other side of the tree, so it's still pretty on you. But he is
Okay.
sort of entangled
That's-
with everybody else, so maybe he's not going to focus on you just yet.
That's okay.
Alrighty. And I believe that puts us to Okita's turn. Speak of the, not a devil, but a tree. Speak of that devil, that handsome devil over there. He is going to, do. He's gonna move in. Everyone drawing rulers. That might bring him in.
Yeah.
I think that brings him close enough, doesn't it, Narkissa?
Yes, it does.
Go ahead and
Finally.
yeah, shoot your shot with advantage.
Finally!
With advantage for being hidden.
Okay.
Sneak attack, go.
Sneak attack, go.
All right. That is a. That's a 22.
22 is
Son of
gonna
a-
hit. 22 is gonna hit. Roll that damage.
All right, and I do get my sneaky.
You do get the sneak attack,
You
yes, because
do
you had
get
advantage on the
sneaky.
attack roll. Oh, which means yeah. I forgot what you could do until just now.
Until just this moment.
Until just this moment.
Let's see. 12, 17, 20.
20 points of damage.
Yes.
He's got a lot
Now
of hit
to roll
points.
my d4.
But you guys, yeah, roll your d4. That is gonna be clutch right now. Yep.
That is so gonna be clutch.
2.
2. Okay, so he's got a -2 to everything that doesn't include you. All right. Well, as he was running forward, you saw him.
Now I'm finally visible.
You saw, yeah, you were like, oh, just in this bush, and you were like, the twinkling is now distinguished between the bush and you. And as he was running forward, you saw this sort of like debate raging in his mind about like, all right, which one's more important, this poser of a tiny giant or this friggin' wizard who's about to free? Oh, okay. You want some? And it's just rearing back and chucking this rock at you. So advantage.
Oh no.
At Narkissa, how dare you hit me? Is going to be a dirty 20 to hit.
That's gonna hit.
That's gonna hit. You're doing the things. Here comes the damage.
You're too far away for me to protect the wife.
I can't do anything either.
That is going to
We
be.
do our best
Hearing
work
the
when we're
dice
paired
noise
up.
in the background, Phil. I'm gonna get out and join you guys. I just needed to get this sneak attack
Don't worry
damage
about
first.
me. Plur- You just see like this clod of mud and brambles and bark fly at you for 33 points of bludgeoning damage.
Oh,
Holy
That's
shit!
so many.
If I didn't have my temp hit points, that would have knocked me out.
oh.
How dare you! Who are these people? And he looks back and then sees, like, there's more! They're ants! They're filthy ants! Just absolutely not okay with anything that's happening. That is his turn. It is Herg's turn. Is going to... Okay, start of his turn, so many bad things happen.
Yeah.
Con save versus
So many bad
Moonbeam.
things happen.
That's not a good con save. That's not a good con save. 15?
It's good for us.
Oh, he barely makes that.
Oh,
Okay,
okay,
but
so
it's
half
still
damage. Yep.
half as much damage.
And then give
So
me the
2d10.
2d4 for the rot moss.
Let me find my D10.
Oh, not great. 3 damage.
Damage is damage.
Yeah, exactly. And it's continuous.
Mm-hmm.
He's going to take 5 points of damage.
5 points of damage from the moon.
5 points of damage. And Moonbeam is concentration for 1 minute.
Yes.
So I don't know how many rounds.
And
But this
Yeah,
has been one
it's a
them.
lot of rounds. It'll be there for basically
get
It's a
the
lot
whole
of
time.
rounds.
And
10 rounds.
I will
So we're
say,
at 9.
this is gonna be interesting. I will say, as that happens, we have a delightful little Thin the Veil to reward. The last one was very bad for you, which means this one, maybe not so much bad for you. Everything darkens a little bit. It's like clouds came over the sun. And then all of those little sparks that have been sticking to you start to like shimmer and vibrate. I need Narcissa, Pebble, and Myrick and Meander to all make Constitution saving throws.
Okay. Why?
16.
I'm scared.
16,
9.
9,
17.
17,
16.
16. Okay.
If
Pebble's
this
gonna
is about being charmed, I have advantage.
be good to know. It is not about being charmed, but that is very good to know.
Is it being frightened?
Is not being frightened. Pebble, you are going to be the only one to suffer the worst of this.
Oh.
Saoirse, roll me a d8.
Hey. Okay.
Oh.
I love just telling y'all to roll dice randomly. You're all of you are just like terrified, and I deeply appreciate it.
6.
6. Echoes of boss fights past. All of you feel this weird tingling in your arms and your flesh where all those little dots were as they like fly off, but it's like someone pulling like thorns out of you. They leave these little dark marks behind, and you can see these little trickles of black left in their traces. Pebble is the only one. You see this little trickle of black, and then you see it like go into your bloodstream and just like cloud over your vision. You are blinded right now. But all of you, what did you roll on the D8 again? I think it was a 7 or an 8. Okay.
It was a 6.
6.
You all, everyone here heals 6 hit points, including Saoirse and Winveer.
Love it.
So if we haven't taken any damage, does that mean we get those as temporary?
You know what? Because the Thin the Veil, yes. Take your temporary hit points.
Yay!
Do I heal for them if I don't have all those little dots from an earlier boss
You did
battle?
have the glitter, yes.
Okay,
Yeah.
okay.
This is
I keep some around.
Winnie and Saoirse would recognize this as a very similar effect to when those pools of black blood were happening back in the Bellic fight. And Saoirse, you hear from the trees, "The mother grows urgent. Her light is here." And that
She
is
does.
going to be
Yes.
That's gonna be all at the start of Herg's turn. You actually see,
Yeah,
by
all
the way,
at the start of this.
the moonbeam increases to a 10-foot radius instead of a 5-foot radius.
Nice.
Meander, it is almost
I
on
love
you,
it.
and you're just like, oh, don't like that. And Herg
Yeah,
is
be
just-
careful.
Herg is just running out of here. So he's gonna provoke from Meander, if you would like to take an attack of opportunity at Herg.
Yeah, that's like a 30 with Hexblade's curse on him.
Yeah, I think you got it.
I think you hit him.
All right, and a 6 for damage plus 4 for 10 plus an extra 4 for charisma on Hexblade's curse will be 14.
14 points of damage.
Nope, sorry, 13.
Okay.
My bad. 13.
No worries.
Yeah.
I'll give him
Even
one back.
still.
Big. Ah! And he just like whips around. Oh, I'm so torn. He's gonna bop you. So he was going to just go full out
Bop.
on Saoirse, but does not appreciate this. The advantage is no longer on you, so it's just straight roll. I still rolled a natty 19, so 28 to hit.
I will let it hit since I can't do anything about it.
I'll allow it, being that I have no mechanical recourse otherwise. 18 points of bludgeoning damage.
Meander drops to a knee and then pops himself back up, but looks pretty rough.
Okay.
Oh,
I wasn't
Even
sure
my
how close-
temporary hit points, I think I've taken like 65
It's
already.
been a lot, yeah.
But he's alive.
10, 15, 20, 25, 30, and he's coming over to Saoirse. I will not die beneath the moon. And I need you to make a charisma saving throw.
A charisma saving throw?
A charisma saving throw.
Well, that's a 7 minus 2. So that's a 5.
That's not gonna be good. Not gonna be good at all. Oh no.
Can he also make a constitution
Yes.
saving?
19.
Okay, he's
I'm sorry. He is,
it's okay.
he is going to use his Curse of the Evil Eye on this one. 31 points of psychic damage. You still up?
We out.
Are you
We
still
outie.
up? Oh, you're out. Okay.
No. We outie.
Dang
Moon
it.
disappears.
Moon
Oh,
disappears. The moonlight in this like glade is still pretty strong, but Saoirse is down. And because we have a brand to upkeep, you see as Saoirse hits the ground, you see her body start to like crack and bubble and boil like it's trying to emulate the physicality of this horrible giant. Can only do this once per rest, but if you fail to save on an evil eye, it is afflicting you with the magical deformities of this is a Fomorian, and it is afflicting you with its own magical deformities. So you are going to have half speed and disadvantage on ability checks, saving throws, and attacks based on strength or dex.
Okay. And
Uh,
disadvantage. You said
and-
strength or dex?
Strength or dex, yeah. Basically all d20s with strength or dex. That is going to be the end of his turn, which is going to bring us to Pebble. Pebble, you are blinded, but you still have a vague knowledge of where everyone is.
Okay.
Before you go, can I use a free action to speak to Pebble?
Sure.
Come towards my voice. Head towards me.
Okay. I will move 10 feet this way.
And Mirik will turn just enough that the vial of spicy juice on her backpack is available for grabbing. Because I still have a spicy juice.
You do. Oh god. This
No.
insane item.
We got to
Okay.
get rid of it at some point, and it's against a wood giant, so.
Yep, might as well.
Yep. Okay. I'll take that. Is that like a bonus action? Or...
I'd say that's an item interaction. Mirik is like guiding your hand a little bit. I'll say Mirik, use your reaction for this to like
Yeah.
help Pebble get like
I'll
hand
burn
on.
a reaction to just be like, over here. Over,
But
right
then
here.
it's just an
Come
item
on.
interaction. You've got the spicy juice in your hand.
All right. That will be.
And you've used 10 feet of movement.
All right. We'll go another. 2.
You've got 35 feet of movement,
I do.
right? Okay, there's
So, yeah.
there's a square I think you could have gone to that it would all be possible to get to her and up to the giant in 35 feet. If you want to get in melee, you could totally do that.
I don't need to go. I have my meteor hammer, which is 10-foot reach.
Oh, that's right. You got reach. Heck yes.
So I can move right there. Right here. And then I will throw the spicy juice.
Nice. Yeah, make an attack. No proficiency, so either dex or strength.
I'll do it with dex.
Yeah.
Disadvantage.
Technically disadvantaged because of blinded, yeah.
Okay, that's not bad. Is a 14.
14 is not enough to hit. However, you can roll to see if it'll smash, or you can just say it's gonna smash.
Okay.
Going back around already. I love it.
What happens if it doesn't?
If it doesn't, it's just on the ground somewhere. You could pick it up.
No, I try to throw it
Okay.
hard enough.
Cool,
Break.
cool, cool.
Yeah.
Okay, so it is going to do. What I'll say is that it gets because it's just splashing. It's going to roll a dex save against quarter damage, not just the half damage. So dex
Well,
save.
with the spicy juice, it doesn't ignite on its own anyways.
Oh, that's right. We decided it doesn't ignite on its own. Yes. So there is just spicy juice on the ground near this guy, and that is one attack. So if you wanted to do, if you wanted to do monk bonus action, but I think that's only melee. So
I think so. But what I can do is use a key point for Arms of the Astral.
nice.
And it is within 10 feet of me, and it needs to make a dex saving.
A dex save. It's not good at those. 7 modified.
Yeah, that fails. So that he's gonna take 4 damage.
Oof.
That's 6 force damage.
Okay.
We can use
6 force damage. Arms come out and just like batter this thing. And he gets a look of like, what? Like is looking at these sort of like stone giant arms emerging from you and is clearly confused, taken aback, like, but in like a more of like a respect kind of way. Anything else? Or was that your turn?
actually bonus it. Yeah, I think that's my turn.
Okay. No, unfortunately, Haley just walked away. It's Winnie's turn. Haley! Come back, Haley! Hello,
Sorry, Doug just fell off the windowsill into a bunch of boxes that then collapsed on each other. And I could just hear rustling, and I'm like, that's too much rustling for just a playful box enjoyment.
Yeah.
I apologize.
No worries.
I am going to fly up. Actually, is he on? If I flew over, could I still see him through the branches, or is it too thick that I could not?
I'd say you could fly into the tree and avoid having cover from the branches shooting down from it.
Cool. How far can I move? 30 feet. That's not a measuring tool.
I
Okay.
gotcha.
Oh, thank you. Cool. I'm gonna go there. Can I
Mhm.
see Seisha?
Just barely. And sort of like as he's moving, you're able to see past her and see Saoirse
If
prone
I like
on the
scooch
ground.
to the left a little bit. Alright, I'm gonna do that and I'm gonna bonus action healing word.
Nice.
Yay!
La, la, la. Where's the default? I just used them. There they are. Oh, nice. 4 plus 4, 8 healing, and then is it
5
What
temp
is that?
HP.
5
Assuming
temp
it's level
HP?
1.
So, yeah, yeah. Ooh, actually, what have I got? Yeah, actually, let's do a second level and roll another D4.
Yeah, roll another dice.
So that was 8. Plus 1.
So 9 healing.
9 healing and 5 temporary hit points
10
for you.
temporary
Seisha.
hit
Oh,
points.
10. 10!
The,
Nice!
the, temporary
10.
hit, the temporary hit points on your Blight Collar heals scale by level of spell. So it's 5 per the level of
love
the
it.
spell.
Beautiful. Alright, and I'll mark off
Thanks,
that spell
ma'am.
slot. That's okay, sweet pea. I get you up. And now I'm going to... Now... If I just question for the future, if I wanted to light an arrow on fire, would I need special fire arrows?
Ooh, yeah, you would have to like pre-prep an arrow to be like a thing that could be lit on fire. Yeah.
Beautiful, beautiful. I keep that in mind for next time. And
Unless you've got, because there's like spells that do that. So unless you've got one of those that does it for you, otherwise you'd have to like kit it out with like the soaked cloth and something.
Cool. Just curious. I don't think so. My Druidcraft only reaches 30 feet, so I don't think that I could.
Definitely not.
Was I 30 feet from the guy when I was over there?
No. You were more
Nah,
like
beautiful. Easy, never mind. Ignore me
60
then, because
feet,
I was
yeah.
like, oh, I see the spicy juice. I should set that on fire. But I cannot reach. You got this. Perfect. Easy. Then I'm just going to, draw up
Shoot 'em.
2 more bow arrows and shoot this guy. Fuck this guy.
Excellent. Fuck this guy in particular.
No, probably not for that one. 7 for the first one.
7's not gonna do it.
One goes off into one hits a branch, and then 19 for the second one.
19 will absolutely hit. Yes.
So 1d8, 6. 8 points of damage.
8 points of damage. All right. Was that with the D6
And
from Hunter's Mark?
Yes, that was
Okay.
with the d6, and I chuck another Rottloss on there.
Dude is melting. All right. Okay. Anything
Yeah.
else for your turn?
That is the end of my turn.
Whew. That is gonna bring us back around to Mirik.
Okay. We're going to move 20 feet. That should have put us within the 20-foot range. And I've got this fancy little alchemist fire I've been holding on to for ages.
I feel
For
like we did
this moment
last
in
time, didn't we?
particular.
It was the Alchemist
Yeah.
Fire Spicy Juice Wombo combo that killed the rug. Yeah. Oh, yeah.
It was
And Winnie and
Oh.
Pebble.
And Winnie and Pebble.
Winnie and Pebble.
Yeah.
This time, however,
Setting
Pebble
ourselves
is
on
a
fire.
respectable 10 feet away.
Mm-hmm.
We're aiming for his feetsies, so that way it does not accidentally catch anything above
Sure. Yeah.
that we care about. And that's a nat 20.
What is Alchemist Fire? What does it say on a Alchemist Fire? That's amazing.
You treat it as an improvised weapon.
Okay, so it's gonna hit because of the nat 20, no matter what.
Yeah. On a hit, target takes 1d4 fire damage at the start of each of its turns.
Okay, so that's gonna be 2d4, and what I'll say is that it's gonna ignite that spicy juice. And for funsies, we're gonna
Yeah.
double the spicy juice because I think that's fun.
Creature can end this damage by using an action with the DC 10 dexterity to extinguish the fires, but he's got spicy juice on him, so.
Yeah. Yeah, it's all kinds of bad. I'm gonna put a little fire on him. Burning, yes. So give me, this is gonna expend that spicy juice, but give me
Yes.
give me 8d6 right now.
8d6?
Yes. Or 8d4. 8d4, sorry. You might need a dice roll.
Okay,
for
I was
this
like,
one.
I don't. Yeah. No, I have so many dice. Hold on.
Oh, nice.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5,
Gave him a dex save and he rolled a 2.
6. That's 6 just out of what I normally carry on me. Hold on. 7, 8. I have so many dice near me
Prepared.
at all times. Okay. 5, 10, 15, 19.
19. Ow. Okay. So he takes 19
All
points of fire damage and is on fire. Let me see what this reaction. Okay. So, because he hasn't gotten to do this cool thing that he could do yet, I'm gonna use it here, but he's still hurting from that fire. I'm gonna give him some of them hit points back. He uses reaction, and you see like branches and like oak and bark grow up out of the ground to like block the alchemist fire as it comes in, but it just burns through, and you can see it still ignites the alchemist fire below, and that is what like bursts up at him. So he takes a little bit less of that damage, but he is still caught on fire and is not having a pleasant time. Amazing.
Okay.
Anything else for your
And
turn?
then I don't think I have any bonus actiony things I can do, but let me look. No, I have no bonus actions that I can do.
It's always nice when you filter by action type and it's just boop, nothing.
Yeah.
Okay. Narkissa,
Two
you are
action
up.
fighting is my only.
Yeah.
All right, now I can get out of the bush. So 1.
Gay panic emotes in
select
chat.
again.
Right?
6. Oh, zoom. I'm just gonna take my crossbow and take another shot.
Yep.
That is 17 on the die plus 6.
Oh, that's
so
gonna hit.
23.
Hit super duper hits. No sneak attack on this one, but you will do damage.
Dang it! Even though there's like within
Not within
combat
5
of
feet.
Pebble.
They gotta be within 5 feet. You gotta. I'm sticking to those sneak attacks are too good. I'm
Dang.
sticking to the rules.
Dang you! Oh, it's a
Daniel,
7 on the die.
rules lawyering. So how much damage?
I know, right? I just want to have a 10.
10. That's still good damage. Ow! He is hurting. He is hurting real bad.
I just
Just
imagine.
give
Never
him to
mind, I
flip
can't
him
handle
off.
it. Come back.
And then Meander.
Last thing, Void
yes.
Shroud.
Void Shroud, dope. Recharge that Void Shroud, perfect. Some of that, like, that moonlight energy, like, it looks like Narkissa is sort of, like, fading in and out of reality a little bit as she is, like, kind of stepping. Narkissa, you sense that, like, this moonlight is not natural. There is, like, a multi-planar kind of thing to this, and you are literally able to sort of, like, put half a foot into that, like, planar rift and just sort of, like, move yourself a little bit out of the way of this reality. Meander, you are up.
Knowing it was set above the table, what we care about when the alchemist fire was thrown on my forest floor, Meander is sitting there on the brink of death, watching these tourists burn stuff with the intent of being able to steal something. And he's just remembering all those talks, like they're just gonna kill, they're just gonna take, never help them, they don't need. But anyway, he's going to use a phase step to get up close to Herg. Herg once again,
Herg,
because in his
yes.
autumn form, Herg's gonna have to try to not be charmed
Ooh, okay.
by Meander showing up right behind him.
I rolled a natural 20. But
Well, damn, Herg.
sorry.
Oh, it's fine. I'm not that charming right now. I have 2 hit points. So I'm going to take 2 attacks at his Achilles tendons again, because he still has my Hexblade curse on him.
He does
And if he
indeed.
dies, I get a Band-Aid.
Yes.
Beautiful. One is a 29, and one is a 19.
Absolutely. Both of those are going to hit.
With the it'll beautiful, gorgeous. All right, that'll be 13 plus 10, 23 total slashing with the 2 attacks.
Amazing. Ow. 23 total. How would you like to finish this dude off?
Oh, the only place I've hit him has been his Achilles tendon. So I think I'm just going to slide on my knees back and forth along the branches like hockey stick Mighty Ducks bending.
Nice.
And I'm going to cut him down at the root because, you know, we all come from somewhere.
Just like slams into the ground. This corpse now lying dead there.
Beautiful.
Dead. And you can see
And I
as
gather
he
some hit
lands-
points.
You get some hit points, and as he lands, you can see this dark, black, fuzzy moss just like starting to take over the body.
Oh, life finds a way.
Also, welcome Raiders, Malted Magic in just in time for them to start killing off some of these enemies. I'm going to leave him on the battlefield because he's a big honking corpse. So difficult terrain wherever that giant's body is. That is Meander's turn. It would be the Drow's turn. The Drow, seeing things are taking a turn, and turns invisible. And you can all hear the like crackles of twigs, ruffles of leaves, and all that kind of stuff as they are running away. But they seem to be... She seems to not be interested in hanging around here anymore, at the very least. So, depending on your preferences, another combatant down. And now is going to be Saoirse's turn. Saoirse, you are up. You're prone, but you are
Yay.
awake.
But I'm awake.
What you gonna do?
That's a great question. That's honestly just the greatest question I've ever heard in my life. Could I potentially guesstimate where the drow went, or could I not see them at all through the tree?
They're not hidden, so you're gonna have disadvantage. You've got an okay idea of where they're at. Like, you could take a pot shot, but it's disadvantage. And you can't see, so any
Could
spell
I-
that's like...
I could get within 20 feet radius.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
Perfect.
I see what you're doing. Yeah.
Perfect. Okay, so I am going to cast Spike Growth.
Oh, I don't see what
And I'm
you're
gonna
doing.
kind of. Yeah, you don't. You don't see. You
don't
don't see
see?
me.
What is spike growth?
can't
What's
see
the-
me.
What's the size? 20-foot square?
It's a 20-foot radius.
20-foot radius. I'm using the wrong
yeah.
tool.
And it's like things just start growing up out of the ground into spiky, gnarled,
Excellent.
blackened, ruby nastiness.
So that makes it rough terrain, and every 5
Yes.
feet costs something amount of damage.
Yeah, 2d4 piercing damage
God.
for every 5 feet.
Okay. Interesting. Okay.
They're not getting away that quickly,
These
okay?
black brambles like
I have
pierce
questions.
out of the ground. Yeah. Okay.
Oh, also,
Uh,
I have to come clean. I looked at how many levels I have in Rogue, and I cannot do cunning action yet. So I can't.
We both goofed that up. Yes. You only have the
Yeah,
one
we
rogue.
goofed.
We only have the one rogue
Mhm.
level. How dare you?
Next time.
Next time.
Next level.
The nice thing is, it only mattered for that like one disengage. I think you're fine
Yeah. So we'll be okay, but you know, for the
for the future.
I wanted to be honest.
Yeah, I appreciate that. Okay. Anything
welcome.
else for your turn? I'm assuming half movement to
Um,
stand up.
That's my action. And then yeah, I guess I'll stand up, and then he's dead, so he doesn't really matter. I'm just gonna be like, oh, thanks, Winnie. You know, grab my staff and kind of just,
I gotcha.
okay, breathe, breathe. That's my turn.
All right. That is your turn.
Matt, I forgot to point out something to you real quick. Sorry.
Yeah.
Is Herg a humanoid?
Not a humanoid. No.
Unfortunately, I will not be summoning his specter from his
I-
body then.
There was a reason I put the drow in here in case you wanted to have a chance of killing the drow and getting
Just
a
making sure.
specter. Yep. Nope. I love that feature. I wish it came up more. I am sorry. This Okide's turn. Okide is burning. Roll me. The shield negated it, but he's still on fire from the spicy juice. So give me 1d4 fire damage.
3.
3. Okay. And he's leaving. So he's booking it westward. This will oh, and by the way, end of turn, Pebble, you're no longer blinded. I forgot about that. My bad.
Oh, great. Okay.
So you've been able to see the conflagration in front of you, and this dude starts running. You can make an attack of opportunity if you wish.
I would. With my big stone giant arms. 21.
21. Excellent. That is gonna hit. Roll damage.
That's 8.
Okay.
Can I use a smite?
You can absolutely use a smite. Yeah.
Was that 2d8
2d8, yes.
for first level? For another 10.
10. Amazing. So that is 18 total points of damage. Just like stumbling, ambling forward, desperately trying to get out of here. I do get to see if he gets his magic shield back. Ooh, okay. Good to know. Okay. Here's a question for the group. They are in full retreat.
No, they're not.
We're getting that pixie out.
We're getting them.
We're getting
We're
the
getting the
pixie
pixie out. If
So-
that's my number one priority right now.
What I want to do is I want to give everyone an opportunity to say how they are helping to finish that, and we'll go in still turn order. Both like the drow is the only question mark. The drow could be tough to pin down. Okide is hurting and on fire, so it would be Pebble and then Winnie. Pebble, what are you doing on your Don't do actions, bonus action. Don't do that kind of thing. Just describe how are you attempting to stop this thing from getting away, if that is your objective.
Well, you know, throwing rocks at it has worked pretty. We're throwing rocks.
Amazing. What I'll do is, since there's a save involved, I'll roll that save on my end. So it's a strength save, right?
Yes.
Okay. No lies. I'm not trying to expedite things. That's a 10. I think
That
I
fails.
think that's a fail. So he's running away, and you're just and right at an ankle, it just crashes down into the ground, and you could see the cage breaks open from the impact, and that little sprite like spills out, and you can see him like just burning alive as he's trying to get up, just shouting curses in Giant, in Sylvan, in all of these languages, and he is
Can I yell back in Giant? Giants aren't cowards.
I'm no coward. And just tries to make this last ditch attempt at pride, and just starts to crumple into a pile of charcoal in the shape of a giant. Winveer, what are you doing on your
I
side
see
of
the
that.
little pixie fly off as I look over my shoulder, and I'm like, give it a little thumbs up.
Oh,
and
she's
then I
actually just like on the ground. She's still like she's spilled out and she's right
yeah,
there.
but like she's out.
Oh,
Like
yes,
that's
she is
the
out.
thumbs. The thumbs up is just that she's out. I don't need to do anything towards it. I'm good. Like, did the entangle grab anything?
The spike growth is not grabbing; it's just making the
like-
ground
okay.
really dangerous.
Okay.
Mhm.
Can I? Did it? How do I? Can I tell if there's anyone stepping in it right now? Because obviously
Yes.
they're invisible. So
Yes.
I want to know if there's someone stepping in it. Yeah.
She's invisible but not hidden, so you can absolutely tell that she
Beautiful.
is in there. Like you see little spines like breaking and cracking a little bit.
Then I zoom over to where I can see the area, and I'm going to. Obviously, that Hunter's Mark doesn't matter anymore, so I use a spell slot to cast Fairy Fire in that area.
Oh, okay. Man, you threw me off with the entangle. He's seeing entangle, but we're doing fairy fire. Got it.
Yeah. Sorry,
No,
I
I
said
love it.
entangle because I thought that's what Seisha did, but I realized it was spike growth is what Seisha did. But no, I'm going to Fairy Fire and see if I can glow them up so we can
Excellent.
see them.
Gonna use a Raven Riddle sponsor dice, delicious chunk, for this dexterity saving throw, which she is good at. That's a cocked dice because it's a massive dice. That is a 19 on the dexterity save.
That saves.
So the plume of like floating motes of bioluminescent algae, fungi fills the air, but it doesn't cling to any humanoid forms. It's
I missed.
whoever
I
this
chose the
is
wrong
dodging.
20-foot square.
Yeah. That's a good way of narratively saying that. So that's yours, and then Mirik, what are you doing?
Actually, sorry, did I have used my bonus action?
We're doing like quick turn. You
Can I
didn't-
quickly heal Meander then?
Yes.
then?
Yeah. I'm
Yes.
not too worried
Yes.
about like the healing, like the minutia of that, because they're trying to get away at this point. They're not trying to kill y'all.
Yeah.
Um,
Beautiful. Well, then I'm going to do some healing so Meander can have.
So Mirik, Narkissa, and Meander. Mirik and Narkissa, you barely see what's happening over there. I don't know. Is there anything that you can offer me that says like how you would get involved with the drow? Otherwise, I don't know
No.
if you could participate as much.
Mirik's going and picking up the little pixie and is like, here. and
Nice.
puts it amongst the horns. Stay safe.
I don't know. Narkissa could potentially go into dog mode where she's like seeing that they're like all looking at something and there's like magic being cast.
Okay.
To which then she would just use all of her movement to try and like get there to sort of like be sort of annoying to navigate around.
True. You do have a lot of movement, so you are able to rush into the area. You are there. We're going to go into sort of like a bullet time theater of the mind kind of thing. So Mirik, you're dealing with the sprite. Narkissa, you're moving in on the situation. The drow, you could see oh, this is interesting. You could see her form sort of like warble into existence as she just kips off of the ground and levitates up into the trees. Casting levitate, and then like quickly like sort of monkey climb into a Naruto run through the trees. So if anyone wants to pursue, you are going to need to do either athletics or acrobatics to keep up. You also do not have to.
I am fly.
What if I cast Earthbind to them so they couldn't drow elevate any longer?
Okay. I think that's a strength save on my end. You could do that. That's going to limit her movement.
Yeah, I have it. I have no spell slots. Never mind. Never mind.
Gotcha.
Don't even let it happen.
Okay. Nope.
I'm a
Glad.
warlock.
So
Good for
you
remembering.
said we needed to do acrobatics or athletics?
Acrobatics or athletics, and the way that this works for Windveer, even though you're flying, you are having to like you're
Yeah,
zooming through the branches.
I'll still do it, and I want to try and get within 10 feet of her.
Okay.
Could I aid Winnie's move by whispering to the animals in the tree and asking them to find the dark elf? Because I can speak on automatic.
Give me a persuasion check.
I'd love to do that. I'm great at that.
Yeah.
27.
27.
Yeah, it's the only stat I'm good at.
No. And then Winnie and Narkissa, what are your acrobatics?
Do I get
I rolled
advantage?
a nat 20, so
Wait, Jesus. And then Winnie, yes,
so it's
advantage.
26.
Yeah.
Oh, That's nice. What was it? Sorry, athletics?
Acrobatics or
Acrobatics.
athletics,
18.
whichever is better. 18.
18.
You are both able to catch up. Winnie, what were you going to do within 10 feet? What was your objective?
It's just blind sight, so now I've got a good grasp on where she is.
Nice.
And I'm literally like, if anything, I just want to like see if I can tag her, grab her, and I pretty much am just being like, I've got her, like, so everyone else can see where she is.
You are just zip zooming along right behind her, and you just take a swipe out at her feet, which
Yeah.
trips her. She's like trying to use that levitate, but it's just like spindling through the air. It's undirected flight, so she's just sort of having momentum carry her. And when she crashes into the ground, Narkissa is just sort of like boot to her, pointing a crossbow down at her and keeping her without movement.
All
And
my
that's going to
chipmunks
pull
are
us-
Can I add
pointing
an
to her.
entangle on top of that?
I'll roll a strength save just to see.
And Rara, I don't know if you saw, but you've got 12 points of healing and 10 temporary hit points.
Oh my gosh,
I
Guinevere.
rolled max.
What did you roll, Matt?
Thank
I
you.
rolled a 19.
Damn.
So dirty 20, 13 strength. So the vines start to grow up and she just like rips them, but isn't moving anymore. And she just looks up at Narkissa and up at the fluttering Winnie above and is just like, we can talk if you would prefer that. In
That's what I was wanting.
in
What's your
either
problem?
I don't have a problem. You were just
Clearly you do.
you were intruding upon a conversation that wasn't yours to intrude on.
A conversation intruded upon us.
We were there first. We were checking out the road.
Yeah. We were literally looking at the road.
I was taking etchings and I was disturbed. I had to hide in a bush. Then I got clobbered. I'm
Some
not
guy
happy.
came across and played those giant orbs like bongos, and another guy came.
I
I'm
keep this
aware.
road because it is mine to keep. Why are you here? No accent, fully dropped, staring very sternly.
Who are you?
My name doesn't
They're our
matter.
prisoner.
My purpose here is to assist in negotiations. Considering that you have killed the two parties negotiating, my purpose here is done.
Insight.
Absolutely.
Also, same.
Yeah, do it.
As that's happening, Merrick will walk up and also just kind of pat Meander's shoulder and give him some more heals.
Yeah.
They had the ouchies.
I'd love to insight check my friends to make sure they're not dark fae, because they all look fucked up.
This is like more of a
I
nature
got
check.
hit
but
by
you
a
can do,
freaking huge frick.
you can either do,
That's
you can
awesome
either
for
do
you.
nature or
Roll.
insight for that, Meander.
I feel like it is immediately radiating from Winnie that she is dark.
I feel
That's a 14, so I don't know how much I pick up either way on that.
You
I
pick
would
it up.
say-
You
Does-
pick it up.
Winnie 100%. Saoirse's a weird question mark. You don't know what to make of this weird druid. Sometimes has a mouth, sometimes doesn't have eyes. Like what? Totally. The other three seem normal, the relative normal of like adventuring folk, right?
Normal
And
question mark.
what did everyone roll for insight on the drow woman?
12.
12?
10.
10? Okay. Tough to read. There's nothing that's catching you as deceptive, but I mean, context says she's being guarded, but she's also not saying anything that you would mistake as like dishonest. It seems we've stumbled upon each other, a rather unfortunate circumstance. So far, I'm the one who's lost everything, and you have nothing but gain, as I see it. Perhaps you'd be kind enough to spare the loser in this conflict and allow me to retreat with my tail between my legs.
Is there going to be any problems with us in the future?
That I cannot say. It is not my decision.
What were you negotiating? What was What was being negotiated? It sounded very serious. Something about captives.
She sort of looks at Meander with this like this look that darkens, and there's just like a little curl to her face. Tir Nanog is famously impenetrable. We were hoping that Okita might be someone on the inside that could help alleviate such things.
I cut off a lock of her hair so I can find her again someday if I need to.
Spooky.
Winnie, there's an immediate odd sensation watching this, knowing that Jot did the same thing to you by way of favor.
Yeah. So I'm like, there must be friends. There must be friends.
She doesn't resist
I'll let
They
all
must
of you.
taking the lock of the hair.
I'll let all of you decide what to do. It is my wood, but it is your prisoner. I can just cut their neck now.
I believe we can agree that they are of no immediate harm to us. As
I
long
look
as
at
they
the
agree
burnt
to leave
forest
your
behind me and
forest.
shrug. Because that means different things to different people, it seems.
So I get you want us to be nice and whatnot, which I think is great that you think that we have a good heart. But really, what are you going to give us if we let you go? What sort of assurances can you provide?
I will leave. I will not attempt to tail you or understand your motives or your persons. I have your faces, but not your names. That is something to take as a good thing. I will freely tell you that I am but a pawn. Just a piece on the board.
Aren't we all?
No need to share the story then.
If you require additional bribery, I have a few supplies that might be of use.
Ooh. I wouldn't mind.
All right, I could use some healing, so
What do you got? Empty your pockets.
I won't empty them, but I will offer. And she makes this sort of like, she goes to reach and then like does a little like, I'm not doing something. And then like pulls 3 vials out of like a little chest pocket. Winnie could pretty easily tell that two of them are the same and one of them is different. 2 poisons, occupational necessity, and an antitoxin, occupational hazard. They're yours. I won't have need of them on the trip back.
this is going to slowly reach out to grab the items. Okay.
She gives them no fight.
Now kill her and take the rest of her stuff. No.
She's theoretically at your mercy.
I'm gonna call
No,
Rook
we gotta
back,
do the
too.
honorable thing.
Yes,
There's
let her go.
some honor in
Let her
this.
go.
Can I smell her and commit her scent to me?
You can, and I actually want to give. I want you to give me a perception check real quick.
Okay.
This is so.
You can, and actually.
This is so weird, but I love this, and I want you to roll high.
Okay.
This.
Can I help by holding Seisha's hair back?
No, this is
I know.
21.
21. There's the smell of earth. There's the smell of not smell. Like she's masked her smell a little bit to like try and like be sneaky as she's moved through the forest. So it's like that earth, like leaves, like bit of work. Beneath that, there is a smell of sulfur. Like volcanic activity sulfur.
Girl, you need to take a bath.
She sort of dusts herself off as she gets up. With that,
Take her weapons.
might I have one of my swords? There's still a long road ahead of me.
You may take both.
These would... Yes, these would seem a bit dangerous.
She tosses.
Surely we're no better than killing her.
She tosses the hand crossbow to me,
Surely.
but keeps her short swords, and very businesslike just starts marching away.
Nice to meet you.
Get up.
Have a lovely day.
I'll let her go, but I happen to whisper to Rook to trample her down a little ways down the road.
There's just this like little like antler shake nod. The pixie comes fluttering down out of the trees as it was watching. It had quickly like scampered away from Mirik. Like the offer was like, I'm done with horns and cages and sitting on heads. Bye. And like for a second you were like, okay, she's just fucking off. She's hunkered back and is like, it would have been rude to not thank you for freeing me. So, thank you.
All right.
You're welcome.
I step back because I'm allergic.
Have a lovely life, I suppose.
Why were you trapped though? What was he doing?
He caught me. His kind are extremely anti-fey and will feed off of our life energy using their little cage domes on their heads. So
You require healing.
no, it's nothing. A good night's rest won't bring back. I appreciate it.
Of course.
Tell them.
Mirik's gonna make the rounds and heal people
Yep.
because our people are badly hurt.
By the way, I will say Saoirse still looks fucked up. Saoirse is still all lumpy
Yes.
and like hunchy.
I'm very fucked up, mate. But the
Let's see.
question is, are curses something that lesser restoration would take away?
Lesser restoration, no.
Okay. Greater restoration would be.
Greater restoration or
Is it
remove
a-
curse.
It's a curse.
We've got
I sort of said it out of character, but I would say that like between all of you, there's a bunch of arcana knowledge. You would be able to recognize like a curse.
It's a
And I
curse.
would even say with like nature knowledge that's like roaming around, you know that Fomorians, their like hideous nature and their ability to inflict that curse is part of like a fey curse that was put on all of their kinds when they like went to war against the fey. They were extremely haughty, not dwarves, giants that were actually gorgeous, like known as being very beautiful giants. And they went to war against the Fae, and when they were driven underground, they were also cursed for their arrogance and their avarice, and turned into those horrid, wretched things. The little sprite just sort of like, if you are ever in need of some minor assistance, I make no promises, but Zippy from the Tipsy Teapot is always willing to serve you the freshest of tea. And-
Mirik
Tipsy teapot.
of Draco
I
Novus.
would love some tea.
And as she is looking around at each of you, her eyes for a moment linger on Windveer, and then she's like, well, anyways, I should probably be flying. Lots of things to catch up on. Ta-ta!
Ta-ta, Zippy.
And you are able to recoup, refresh yourselves a little bit, recover from the fight. I don't know if the audience has noticed, we're going a little long today, because I want to get us somewhere before we close out. Is there anything else you would like to do at this little spot, this like broken fragment
Yes.
of road?
There is 8 HP to Rara, 6 to Raz, and there's 12 to Bun. I'm
Perfect.
using all of my first level heal
Nice.
spots.
Amazing.
And she's just like, and tap tap, and tap tap, and tap tap.
I'm
Af-
almost all
after
full
that-
again, actually.
After that, how's everybody looking?
Real good on my
Definitely still
end.
a little wounded.
Poor Meander,
Still a
who
little-
noticed the fire and the lightning that was going on. The wizard also has healing
I'll give you another.
and is
5
carrying a
for
great
Narcissa.
axe.
Oh, the tyrants always
I
send their
forget that I
charities
am good.
first.
How's
But we made a
Saoirse looking?
deal. I'll take you to the
Is Saoirse
ruins,
okay?
but I'm gonna leave after that.
Half,
Of course.
half-see,
Do you,
half-see.
do you still have the temp hit points, or have they gone?
Mhm.
Okay.
I think I
I
saw.
hear you again. I think they actually do they replace the other ones?
They would,
Or
whichever
yeah.
is the greatest amount. So like if she had lost
Okay,
any
cool.
temp
So
HP,
just
you go back
wouldn't-
up. Yeah, it's
Yeah.
moot.
So I
Yeah.
could give you an extra D4, or we could rest.
You are able, I will say, hand waving, you are able to short rest
You
if there's
should
anything
rest.
specific you
Yeah.
want to do at this site. You
Yeah.
can absolutely short rest. If there's not anything specific you want to like investigate.
I want to investigate the fruit.
Okay. Yeah. Give me a nature check.
Oh, the egg melons?
The egg, the
Yeah,
giant
nah,
egg melons.
I mean, I got us 8.
These are glow fruits. Like I say that
Egg melon.
not like you knew it, but like just looking at them, like they're just these big like balls of like floating glowing liquid. They're like glow sticks, but in sphere form. You take a little nibble, kind of tasteless. It's like watermelon, but with no flavor. It's just the liquid, and immediately like your face is like glowing, and it starts to like dim slowly. But like you could tell that like if this was going to be useful, it would be as like, you know, making something glow, and it's technically edible, but it's not like it's not a source of sustenance or anything. It's probably why there's a
Alright.
bunch of them sitting here and nothing's like eating them or anything.
I have
It's
an
great
empty
for
vial.
festivals.
I have an empty vial, so I fill it up with glow liquid,
Nice.
and then
They just take, and take.
rest.
Yep.
Mhm.
Would like to ask Meander what happened to his accent earlier.
Oh, well, you know, where you're born versus where you grow up, kind of a mixture of both. But when I'm real upset, sometimes it just slips in and out. Kind of like you with like your body shape, I guess.
Sort of, kind of,
Yeah.
I suppose how it works. Insight check.
Into your own body?
No.
Oh, okay.
It's a terrible insight check, so it won't matter anymore. That was a 10.
17 on whatever I rolled.
Whatever you roll. I believe you for now.
Man, do you guys almost die like every day? Like, that was a little wild.
Not
Maybe I
quite,
should draw
but
y'all a
yes.
map just in case something kills me.
Death is merely a part of life.
Yeah.
It's the circle.
A map would be
Do
pretty helpful just in
apologize.
case.
Yeah, a map would be helpful.
He draws a map but doesn't include the end, just in case. He's gonna wait till he gets them there.
And you are able to rest up
Short rest?
and continue.
Nice.
Yep, go ahead and click that short rest button. You're able to
Much
continue
better.
on your journey further south.
I'm gonna give
Uh,
myself 1 hit die just to top up.
Mirik will apologize for the use of fire in his forest because she recognizes that that's a little dicey.
A little gauche.
But
I didn't even notice. You're fine.
I rolled a hit dice and I still didn't get to full, and I was only missing 3 hit points.
Dude, sometimes you do get to add your con to those. So
I
like,
have a 0 con.
I couldn't remember. Fair enough.
Yeah.
You're able to rest
I'll
up.
just give you 1 from my heal.
Yeah. Oh, thank you.
Looking
You
looking
boop her snoot.
looking anymore at the road, there are small, what must have been like maybe once long ago, like inscriptions in Sylvan, but they're worn off. Any purpose to this road is either only kept in traditions and knowledge outside of the ruins itself, or is simply lost to time. You are able to continue on, guided by Meander through the woods, and as you are getting further south, it's getting dark. It's getting dark enough that you're wanting to camp, but you can see that, like, at the edges of your vision, towards where darkness hasn't quite taken full hold of the sky, there are these, like, stepstone kind of shapes of, like, buildings and objects in the distance, where the trees are shorter than the buildings. You have a long rest. Is there anything you would like to do while you rest up, knowing I'm assuming Meander says that you will likely reach your destination in the morning? Anything else you would like to do?
No.
I would try to exchange some sort of gift of sorts with Winnie, but it's mostly to keep track of them after we separate. Because they have definitely stood out the most as potentially what I've been trained to kill.
I
But I also love
cut
them
a
going
piece-
where they're going.
I cut an extra piece of my hair back, like where Jock cut it, and I just put a Druidcraft twine vine around it, and I give it to you in return. It's a gift
It's an old
exchange.
tradition. I'll cut one too and prestidigitation like grass smell. You can smell it when you're going through weird areas.
Tuck it into some moss.
Not sure how I feel about my wife smelling someone's hair.
Jealousy's an old custom, but that's more the kingdom to the south. We live a little more free here.
I mean, it's Winnie.
There was definitely no sense of thought in that direction, so I don't think you have to worry about it.
No, it's
Oh.
just weird. It's just weird. Can you just imagine
Winnie's
your
just
wife just
weird.
being like, I'm just gonna smell someone else's hair real
Hey.
quick. Just
Listen, this
To
is
be honest, you
better
could
than
probably
her
smell it
licking
from
it.
there.
This is way better than her licking. So.
this. That's
Winnie
true. Okay,
definitely
okay,
has
I'll
a
back
track
off.
record. Yeah. Mhm.
Oh yeah.
Y'all are able
Before-
to. Oh, go
Sorry.
ahead.
Before we go to sleep, I know I was feeling the same thing that when you and I like meditate on that
Yeah.
to get a feeling, feel it out.
Give me an insight check. What was that?
13.
13. It's so strange. You know you've never been here. These aren't sites that are similar to Jotunheimer, but your bones feel like they've been here. There's just this sense, like as you've been walking, it feels like your stride was longer. It felt like you were walking taller. It's hard to pin it down as to why. You feel like you're following in footsteps that you belong to.
Okay.
You are all
But I can
Yep.
I can definitely feel out that it doesn't my patron.
No, it doesn't have that same sort of like there's no like that water, that ebbing and that flowing, that there's none of that feeling. And when your patron has like come to you, it's been so clear. It's been so vivid. Even if it's been confusing, you know like the patron is talking to me. This doesn't feel like that.
Okay. Interesting.
You are all able to camp down, have an easy rest. You do your watch orders. Everything feels fine. There is that occasional, like, the forest has lights in it and they dance, and you occasionally see the shadows of those buildings ahead of you. And in the morning, you know your direction, and you have your guide. Meander, what happens as they reach the outside of the ruins?
Well, I probably don't go too much further, requiring certain permissions from elders and things of that sort. So they probably step with audacity and history at their backs as they look upon our ancient treasures. I don't think I'd tell them much. As much as, it's dangerous, like picture an old mine shaft, like be careful while you're walking. We don't walk because we're superstitious people. We're not logical like y'all forest burners. So just stick close and be careful.
Should we have asked permission from somebody or something like that?
Oh, I'm gonna go let them know that you all are here.
Thank you.
Yeah.
I got
Don't
a
worry about that.
I got a permit.
permit.
A permit just from more white people.
That's actually what it says. But be careful, anyone you run into in there probably shouldn't be in there, to be honest. So be careful if you see folks. They're not all as friendly as all of you.
Take care of it. Thank you
Oh.
for getting us here.
Oh, yeah. It's fine. It's just a walk for me. I always hang out by that piece of road anyway. Just never almost died there. But, some roads end. Best of luck.
Thank you.
should-
Bye. Bye.
Sorry, should you also tell your elders that people are trying to make, or send in like spies or something? That seems.
Man, I hope I don't run into any groups of spies. I don't even know what they'd
They
look
were
like.
trying to make. The giants were trying to make,
Right, they were.
trying to get in. So
I
I
will
see
let them
Get
know
a
that.
garnet out of the pile of stuff, and it's just, thank you for your assistance.
Good to meet all of you. Giant Bowen, stay safe in these lands.
You too.
I think the last scene is Meander on a mountain, kind of overlooking on Rook,
Mhm.
and he holds up his like call stone, and then puts it down, and then pets Rook. He's like, maybe we should just see how they turn out on their own. Let's let this one go. And he just rides off to make sure the drow's trampled to death.
Rook informs you that he was unable to find the drow, but did certainly chase her a while.
Well, I've got her hair. We'll be fine. And Meander's side quest begins.
And as Meander bids you adieu, you all keep to his advice. You stay close, knowing that there could be potentially dangers in these ruins ahead. Buildings flank you on either side, these big stepstony pyramids that are angular and tall. And as you step through, Meander, what's your spell save DC?
I believe 15. Let me check real quick. 15, yes.
15. Winnie, could you give me a strength save?
Sorry, Winnie.
I have a -1 to strength.
I think he means inner strength.
I rolled a natural 20.
We ate each other's fungus.
So 19.
You're all moving forward. Winnie, you're fluttering just a little bit off the ground. There's a crack. A loud one. Beneath your feet. The rubble of this road buckles inward. And Winnie, for a moment, you feel tendrils of light start to surround you, and you quickly shove them off. But you look at the forest line and you see Meander giving you a meaningful look. As the earth beneath you swallows the rest of the group down into darkness. And it is uncertain what fate will befall them. But you've been given the chance to either follow after them or not.
I pat the hair on that I just got from Meander, and I'm like, I'll get you back for that. And I fly down with the rest of my wives and my sister.
Darkness and earth consume all of you. As the trap carefully laid by the Tomoakan guardians swallows you up into the forgotten shrine beneath. And when we return next week, we're going to be in our third dungeon of this campaign, which is a fun little reverse dungeon. You are starting at the bottom, and you are going to be trying to work your way back out of the hidden shrine of Tomoakan.
And I'm cursed.
Can I also say that I've tried to dive for Pebble as quickly as I can.
Yes.
If there is any sort of like falling going to be happen. Unfortunately, the Pebble's the one that I probably could lift the most.
Yes, that is true. By the way, long rest would have cleared that curse. So Saoirse, you are fine.
Oh,
You
okay.
are no longer all Fomorian mangled and weird.
So we took a long rest?
You have
Okay.
taken a long
Yeah.
rest. Yes, you are all at maximum. You all got your full hit points and spell slots and all that good stuff. As you have wound up in the dim darkness of the tombs and tunnels below.
What if Winnie's just gone in through the front door and we just had to do two separate
Just an
streams?
absolute
would've been
party split
wild.
from the get-go. I was like, you know what? Yeah, you got the same.
I'm watching on a camera app. Like, God damn it.
I knew the strength saving throw was statistically biased in my favor, but I was like, yeah, fucking roll it. Let's see what happens.
Yeah, I was like, I've got to fail this. It's going to happen and I'm just going to go down with everyone else. And then when I didn't, I was just like, oh, okay.
I love though, Rara, that you called out having Earthbind earlier before we got to there. Little bit of foreshadowing. And
Mhm,
also,
and it was just in case.
thank you to Rara for being an amazing guest, for playing Meander,
Yes.
being a little bit of an inside elf on the job, ready to lead you
Hey, I gotta ask
astray.
some Tales and Initiative. I made it. I'm actually visiting my mom in California just to let her know I've made it.
Nailed it.
Yes.
And thank
Nailed
you,
it.
all of our amazing audience members, for following along, for thinning that veil, for having a good time in chat. Thank you so much for joining us. We had a lot of people all throughout the stream
We had
today.
a
That was
lot of
super fun.
people.
Thanks for hanging out. I know we
We
went a
did.
little
That
bit
was great.
long, but now we are ready to get back into. We always say it every week. We play Tales from the Yawning Portal. We haven't played this book in a while, and now we're gonna. We're back in the dungeon.
It's exciting.
Back
Back in the dungeon.
in the dungeon. So tune in
I
next
can't
week.
use all of those spells here.
Hope you all enjoy our natural resources like dungeons and caves. and
Yeah.
Gold, probably treasure.
Amazing. So tune in next week to see what our group encounters in the Hidden Shrine of Tomoe-Con. Join us on Patreon, and you can vote on some of the things that they will encounter in the Hidden Shrine. Go click our links. If you want to plan your own campaigns, use LoreLink. Get some sweet swag with Into the AM, Level 1 Gamers, all that good stuff. Go click those links and stick around for a raid. And as always, be kind to yourselves, kind to others, and are you ready for more tales?
Always.
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 Goodbye, everybody.
Bye.